1, 2, 1, 2. Yo. Fresh white paper, hip-hop maker. Blasting through the speakers, gonna disturb the neighbors. My mark on the bed, so you know she caught the vapors. Smoking that loud with the Hennessy chaser. Fly like a pilot, she feeling on my privates. I'm drinking like a pirate and fighting like a Irish. But I know to be a tyrant, the track is really biting. I'm getting real excited, ain't no time for biting. Lyrical stamina, bring it to an amateur. Pussy slam dancing up, probably on camera. Daily illustrationist, been a hood favorite. Mr. Illy Bang, stay street like the pavement. Architect with the bars, got my weed from Mars. Winning from my slab, will leave your face scarred. Respect my cabinet, put you in the emblem. Lights you on fire, so sage can light a cigarette. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. Smoking that good loud, yes indeed. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. OTG always succeed. I spit the hot flame just like I was dousing. See rise my cock, her tits is bouncing. Front push your legs, sweep your face on water fountains. You lost your manhood, still never found it. You think you fly like a child, you're grounded. See you on the avenue, people always clown them. He's an embarrassment, don't wanna be around them. Throw him into Bronx River, go ahead and drown him. The juggernaut of rap, steady like a spike bat. Catch him with a pimp strap, spitting that white crap. I beat a silverback, mixed with a bear. Turn up, mix the alcohol with beer. Got that we smoke in the atmosphere. On my way to the strip club, hell yeah. Beats get body, you can't stop me. I love shorty head game, it's sloppy. I roll with tyrants that's controlling the environment. Keep tracks firing, keep the streets admiring. All these other bums should be retiring. Give them the pink slip, please just fire them. Balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. Smoking that good loud, yes indeed. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. OTG always succeed. That's right. Card how you mother skunks. Checking out of rappers in the goddamn building. Word up, BX representative. Smack the shit out the damn president. For lyrical brutality, do use clout for their salary. On this beat, do also battery satisfactory on this masterpiece. This nigga go hard in the main event of the card. My inferno leave him charred. Then your vengeance like a shark. Gotta live when the pen hit the paper, unleashing all that data. I major, you're not major. Touch paper like erasers. The villain in the movie, bruise these mookies, that's my duty. Living in a loose sleep, that's my Uzi. Got your floozies and jacuzzis. Don't even step in my warpath. I make you take a gore bath. The mayhem, you don't want that. My ops will be my doormat. Plain and simple, you're not ready. How I know your palms are sweaty. You are nervous and your worthless voices kick you serve no purpose. I am lit, you are whack. All your trash is ass crack. Wrap it up, take it back. You are done, take a nap. There's the weak, there's the strong. If you weak, we can't get along. You will fail, might as well submit. Better make way, I'm the juggernaut, bitch. There's the weak, there's the strong. If you weak, we can't get along. You will fail, might as well submit. Better make way, I'm the juggernaut, bitch. I just grabbed him, can't get away. Now he wish he had a better day. Now you hear you all my prey. Stop stealing from proteges. Want to fade really quick. Better quit the foolishness. Ignorance is always bliss. When you're clueless, I am pissed. Laughing in the face of fear. Danger in the atmosphere. For my victims well aware. Ain't no fucking joking here. Feel the rush, it makes me smash. When I'm smoking on that gas. Your chick I'm not really liking. Psycho crush that bitch like bison. Poppity pop pop. I'm a titan and drinking like a Viking. This beat is real enticing. I'm enlightened like a giant. I am lit, you are whack. All your trash is ass crack. Wrap it up, take it back. You were done, take a nap. I am lit, you are whack. All your trash is ass crack. Wrap it up, take it back. You are done, take a nap. There's the weak, there's the strong. If you're weak, we can't get along. You will fail, might as well submit. Better make way, I'm the juggernaut, bitch. There's the weak, there's the strong. If you weak, we can't get along. You will fail, might as well submit. Better make way, I'm the juggernaut, bitch. Better make way, I'm the juggernaut, bitch. Better make way, I'm the juggernaut, bitch. There's a weak, there's a strong. Better make way, I'm the juggernaut, bitch. Better make way, I'm the juggernaut, bitch. Better make way, I'm the juggernaut, bitch. There's the weak, there's the strong. I'm the juggernaut, you bitch, you bitch, you bitch.
You gotta realize, brother, is this right here is the future of wrestling. You can call this the new world order of wrestling, brother.
What's good, brother? Hollywood's famous groupie said my party is amazing. So drunk, pissing in the face basin. Every bitch in the party's not basic. NWO, own those hoes. They want a good time or something in their nose. These foes we chose catching elbows. The wolf packs stay connected like Velcro. Strikes and blows, got your blood exposed. Take a shot of propane, turn beast mode. Weapons in the cabinet, stay immaculate. Bulldoze challenges, cause I'm not having it. Rather for the obstacle, popping you an arsenal. 32 particles, rated in the article. Rockstar lick, poor licks on this. Equipped with hits, leg drop this bitch. Silverback a rap or call me Hollywood. Throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood. Silverback of rap or Hollywood. Throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood. On me strikes with gorillas that snipe. Catch you in the windpipe with a spike lead pipe. Big boot, hit tooth, here comes the finish. Win then celebrate with your bitches. They love that I'm manly. Melt those panties and these pansies. Ripped and stampedes. Caught in the tug of war with the God of war. Crack both kneecaps with the figure four. Then we'll jump you. What you're gonna do? Body slam giants, cause I'm immortal. $1 million parties, cause I'll fall to. Private jets, because I love the best. Slaughter the sergeant with no sweat. Got a match coming up, place your bets. Global grind, I take no rest. I'ma be Hollywood till my death, brother. Silverback a rap or call me Hollywood. Throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood. Silverback of rap or Hollywood. Throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood. Yeah, buddy. 1, 2, 1, 2. Council Roundtable signing back in. We talk about the old-fashioned rats and let y'all know what's happening. How I'm sounding. Talk to me, everybody. What the business is. You already know the vibes be feeling good. You know, we're waiting for everybody to pull up, waiting for everybody to hit that like button. Y'all already know what to do with that. Like thumb wrestle that like button. Put that like button in the sharpshooter. Put that like button in the camel clutch. Let's get it, B. We here now. You did? Don't be a twerp. Y'all know the vibes, B. Appreciate that, Black Star. Yo, I appreciate that. So people at the job, I'm live now. Oh, yeah. Ballet dancer was good. He was goody. I know, man. Yo, it be this damn stream, y'all. Sometimes this shit be acting up. But I'm glad I'm copacetic right now. And I'm gonna drop the link, but you know how I give it up. Let me cook, but then everybody else will cook. Y'all see the title. Y'all better have seen the damn title because y'all motherfuckers just want to jump up here and don't be knowing what the title is. I told y'all, wipe your feet before you step in the house.
Like, look, like, you know what I mean? Like, look at Marcus Brown. Marcus Brown. Look at the title. Let's start with the title first before you come in here with you know what I mean, your point of view about something completely different. Let's get to that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to wiping our feet before we step in the house. Round table. Whatever you want to call it. Y'all see the topic. Did The Rock get his nigga wake up call? Did he? You know, like right ballet dancer, like think about it. Like The Rock has been in a chair for like years. It's like everything this dude touched turned to gold. You don't have to delete your comment. It's cool. You stay doing the most, Marcus, but you still my dude. Don't worry about it. You don't have to delete it. But yeah, going back to what I was saying. The reason why I said it is that, you know, it's out of nowhere. This year has been a real terrible year for The Rock. You feel me? From before, everything he touched turned to gold. Now it's like, geez Louise. Everything is just crumbling down. You know what I'm saying? Like XFL losing $60 million in the first season. Is that record breaking when it comes to sports, period? You know, like, and I'm not gonna lie, I think part of the reason why I lost that much money already is because who even knows this shit is? I didn't even know they even had a season. I didn't know the shit came out yet. You feel me? Let me see. It was more than a nigga wake up call. It was if you don't sit your right. Cause remember this dude, Rock has been on a roll. You know what I think it probably was? When the rumors went out there that he might be playing Captain Jack Sparrow. They're like, all right now, nigga, you doing too much. Let's do a little something to cook those numbers. Yeah, the Rock world is turning upside down, and Reigns gonna say the Rock lost everything because he didn't acknowledge him. Watch, he's a straight prick. Yo, on some real shit. Yes, Roman should do that. Roman should cut a promo like that. It's to the point now where you know what I mean. The Rock, he has no choice but to go back to the Fast and Furious, franchise. He's gonna be in the the final movie, and from what I read, the final Fast and Furious movie is gonna be 3 parts to it. You know, people's gonna be like, "Oh, of course it's gonna be in there because that's the final movie, so of course he gotta be in there." Let's really be real. He's in a hole right now. $60 million, that alone is crazy. And then that's not even counting the Black Adam money he got to recoup. You know what I'm saying? That's Young Rock. Look, Young Rock. Done. And Young Rock could have went on for like 5 seasons. Maybe a little more than that. I think Young Rock only lasted for like, what, 3.5, 4 seasons? Not bad, but from what I was told, it's like Young Rock just lost his way. Like, this dude just be having so much on his plate. You spreading yourself thin. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be here and there all the damn time. You're spreading yourself thin. And I was saying that from before about The Rock. I was saying, like, yo, and I can't hate on this dude hustle. It's like when this dude ever sleeps. But it's like, my dude, we're all human. The Rock does think he can't be touched. Rock needs to remember to stay humble. Let's really be real, right? It sounds good. It really does sound good. And it is how I can say myself. I never really been a Rock fan like that. So shit here and there. Like when it comes to his work in Hollywood, yeah, I could appreciate, I guess you could say. But if you was a Rock and you got all that bread, you'd like the number one, if not one of the most selling actors in Hollywood. Can you really stay humble? Think about that shit. It sounds good, but can you really stay humble when it comes to that type of time? Right. But the reason why I asked that, did this dude receive his nigga wake up call is, you know, everything just hit. Everything like just caught a hit. All within this year. All within this year. Young Rock. Him, the Black Adam shit. Losing bread. And damn. How I'm sounding, y'all. Hold on. I'm still good, right? I'm still good. Let me know if I'm still good, y'all. Because the shit froze up. Thanks a lot, Black Star. I'm about to drop the link. But appreciate that, ballet dancer. But going back to what I said before I dropped the link, it's just me, I don't believe in coincidences all the time. Maybe sometimes here and there, but I just find it so funny. Everything just it was like a calamity. Everything just didn't work. And then main thing with the XFL. Why did he buy the XFL knowing damn well he have nowhere to put it? Like, can y'all tell me if XFL is on TV or something like that? Like, because I didn't see no ads for XFL. I didn't know the shit was already past the first season. That's why he lost so much damn money for that shit. $60 million? That's like what Marcus Brown said. Yeah, he's gonna come back. He's coming back to WWE. He gotta recoup that bread. Like all that bread, you gotta recoup that bread. You gotta recoup Black Adam bread. Like just cause don't get it fucked up, y'all. Just cause he's, millionaire, everybody gotta pay their bills. Even millionaires pay their bills. He owe Hollywood money. About to drop that link. Okay, so ESPN and FX. And that's the other thing too. It's on ESPN, and I ain't hearing nothing. Yo, did y'all hear anything about that? Am I tripping? Let's say you. Because I didn't even know the show was on ESPN. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch ESPN like how I used to. But I do, I'll breeze past it here and there. And I ain't heard a damn thing about XFL. I see you, my dude. You wanna keep the camera on or you wanna turn it off? It's up to you. Okay, you wanna leave it off? Got you.
Yo, it's goody.
You was goody B.
It's all good. It's all good here, man. All good here.
But yeah, first, man. So you see the title and all that. But first, we're gonna get to the other things, But like I was saying right before you had pulled up, people gotta wipe their feet before they step in the house. Let's build on the actual topic first, and then we get to the other rest of the news. It's only right.
But I was gonna stay on topic here.
No, yeah, go ahead. Talk your shit. Go ahead.
But The Rock's first nigga wake up call was when he thought about running for president. He fucking immediately. I was all like, his shit's gonna go down. He's not going to recuperate after this. Because all those white people, motherfucker, they made their first mistake electing Barack Obama. That was mistake number one.
And then he said that on a as a matter of fact, that was the whole premise of the Young Rock series, right? He was running for president. He was about to run for president.
He was gonna run for president. That was his mistake. If he never said that, they just came up all of a sudden, then he wouldn't need to go back to WWE. He wouldn't need any of that shit.
Because you know he would have won. You know damn well everybody would have voted for The Rock. I would have voted for The Rock. Fuck it. Why not? I'm not even a big fan of The Rock like that. Because when he was in wrestling, I always thought he was like when it came to his mat work, I thought he was overrated. You know, but the promo game was up there. I can't deny the promo, even though he said some gay shit like licking Wolverine nipples and shit. But it's like, you gotta. That's okay. Like a ballet dancer just said. It is a good point. They was like, all right now, motherfucker. Like you conquered WWE, you conquered Hollywood. Now you want to conquer America? You're doing too much.
Yeah, like all those white people was all like, yeah, motherfucker, nah, you ain't doing that shit. No, really that was good. Ball game over.
I see you, Tove. Yo, look at Tove. Yo, I can't with Tove. What's going on, my guy?
Just chilling. Just arguing with people about the legacy of the Motor City Machine Guns. We can talk about that later, though.
Yeah, we're gonna touch on that, but I don't know if you heard. Got a new thing going on, like basically wipe your feet before you step in the house. Basically, let's touch on the topic first. Everybody to pull up. Let's touch on the topic first, and then we go from there.
Okay.
So yeah, man, like we've been talking about The Rock heavy in the group chat. So you see the topic. Let's say you.
Oh yeah, man. This isn't anything new. This has been going on for a while now. It's just now in public light. It's been going on for quite some time. If only John was here, because he hates The Rock, but a lot of the stuff he says isn't just complete hate stuff. Some of the stuff he says is accurate.
I ain't gonna lie. He a little. And
sure.
John knows his wrestling. I'm not gonna say he don't know his wrestling, but when it comes to The Rock, remember I called him out on this show about that. I'm like, now you a little,
Well, yeah, I don't hate Rock as much as he does, but
right.
He was the one that initially, got me on Rock's bullshit to begin with. Like to me, the first thing was like that shit that happened all the way back at WrestleMania 32. When they were doing, Roman and Triple H back when Roman was a face and the shit just was not working. It wasn't working at all. The fans were booing him. And I remember like building up to the show, Rock showed up and was just joking around with the New Day. And I was like, really? Like he was joking with the New Day. He was joking with Lana and Rusev. And it's like, couldn't you be doing something to help your cousin?
The New Day cooked them.
Yeah, they did cook.
Didn't the New Day cook them on the promo?
Yeah. But at the time, I was like, at the time, I was like, why are you doing stuff with the New Day and Rusev and Lana? Like, why aren't you doing anything to help your fucking cousin who needs it? And then at WrestleMania, where he really lost me, was and as someone who you know me, I don't give a shit about Bray. But I don't have to give a shit about someone to know, like, all right, this is the guy they're elevating. They're pushing him as the future. Yeah. And so he comes out and he's talking, and the fans are into it, and The Rock interrupts him, and Rock is putting him over, and he's just saying stuff like, yeah, when you talk, people listen. He just fucking buries them. Like 2 minutes after that, like, I was like, what the fuck was that? After that, I was like, yo, man, if this dude never shows up in wrestling again, like, I'm good with it. But back on point though, but yeah, this has been going on for a while, man. Like it started with the Fast and Furious shit, you know, the beef with Tyrese and Vin Diesel, and just one simple quote: "It's just too many cooks in the kitchen." He had way too many hands and on different tables all at once, and it all caught up with him. The XFL, like you said earlier, there was no. I knew it was coming because I followed XFL on Twitter. That's how I knew about it. But like as far as marketing is concerned, like
the marketing was trash.
Yeah. Like there weren't really any like SFL commercials like on regular TV. Like sometimes when you're at home,
they only talked about it once on First Take.
Yeah,
we spoke about. I remember we spoke about it like very briefly though.
Yeah,
we spoke about it, that's when it was announced that he had bought it from Vince, but you know it was nothing else after that. And it's like, yo,
there was no marketing. There was no marketing plan. There was no marketing on basic cable like ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, or anything like that. And as far as the movies are concerned,
but hold on, before you continue on. Do you think he received his nigga wake up call? That's the big question.
I mean, he's already had his wake up call before this. You know, this is his first wake up call. Yeah, I mean, dude, he's told the story himself, man. He fucking was a dropout from his college, and he went back.
No. That's nothing. That's nothing. I mean, like, remember this dude. This dude. Hold on, I got you. This dude was on a base, like he was on basically a winning streak for like what?
He really wasn't though, bro. He really wasn't.
Yes, he was. Everything about
he was making money. He was making money. No, that's not true, bro. Everything he touched did not turn to gold. There's a lot of flops he did. Look up his shit.
Minus a tooth fairy and shit like that.
You know, a lot of stuff he did. A lot of stuff he did wasn't making money. That movie Faster he did, that wasn't making money. The Fast and the Furious stuff wasn't making money until Paul Walker died. It was doing all right, but when Paul Walker died, Fast 7, that was when they really started making bread. You know, you gotta look at the box office stuff of all the stuff he did. Everything he was touching wasn't gold. He just had really good agents that made it seem like he was doing well. But the point I'm trying to make,
it had the promoting. Yeah.
But the main issue that he really made was that he just had too many cooks in the kitchen. And one thing I want to talk about is like WWE, like if you watch like a regular episode of Raw or SmackDown, when people who are not in WWE anymore, like people who are not active, when they're doing other stuff, WWE will promote their stuff because the people will contact them. Like, you know, Undertaker does open mic now. And sometimes you'll see them advertise the open mic stuff like on Raw or SmackDown. Right now, as I'm talking.
Yeah, they did it last night.
Right, exactly. Right now, I'm on Dave Bautista's Wikipedia and I'm on John Cena's Wikipedia. And for Batista, he did, he was in Thor, Love and Thunder. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. And he was also in a movie called Knock at the Cabin by M. Night Shyamalan. All three of those movies got advertisements on WWE television. And Batista is not on WWE TV at all. He's a Hall of Famer. He's retired. But clearly, Batista called Trips, called Vince, whoever, and was like, hey, bro, can you do me a favor? And can you promote the movie? And they did. So, as a matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago, I saw Batista, the movie Knock at the Cabin, advertised, like, I think it was like hour 2 of Raw, like 2 weeks ago. I'm on John Cena's Wikipedia page.
Cena as well with that movie with Jackie Chan, yeah.
Yeah, right. John Cena did Fast 10. He's going to be in Barbie. I just saw an advertisement for Barbie the other day when, you know, that YouTube show we talked about, they got the bump, you know, the bump thing. There was an advertisement for that. He's going to be in the next Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I think it's called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, I believe is the name. And
he's gonna do the voice. Yeah, I forgot who he's gonna do the voice for, but
right. And the official WWE Twitter actually, because there's an official, because everything's got a Twitter page. The official Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Twitter tweeted John Cena to let everybody know that Cena was going to be in it, and then the actual WWE Twitter account retweeted that tweet. So they were advertising the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tweet. So if you follow WWE on Twitter, you can scroll through it and you see that. But for Rock, none of his recent shit was promoted on WWE at all. Like Black Adam did not have one single, which is really bizarre because it's superhero shit. And John Cena did fucking Peacemaker, which is also DC. So some people, because I saw some fans say, oh, well, maybe they'd advertise it because Batista has a relationship with Marvel. Like, no, fuck that. Cena's Peacemaker, that's DC. They advertise Peacemaker and they advertise that. So WWE they don't have any biases towards Marvel or DC. So WWE didn't advertise Black Adam on Raw or SmackDown. He never made any appearances on WWE television or on WWE social media to promote the movie. Now we all knew about the movie, but the point is that remember when he did G.I. Joe, he showed up to promote that, or when they did Fast Five.
Remember he shut down CM Punk when he promoted that movie.
Right.
Because he had won the belt from Punk.
Right. He promoted the G.I. Joe movie. He promoted the Fast Five movie, and he did not promote. He did not promote the Black Adam movie. And the weirdest part was Young Rock may not have started off as a wrestling show, but it clearly was a show about wrestling. And you would think because it was about wrestling and with all these, I mean, we can make fun of the portrayals of the actors and shit, but Young Rock is a show that features the representation of legends. You know, you got people portraying Vince McMahon, Triple H, Mick Foley, Jeff Jarrett, Ron Simmons, Steve Austin, Savio Vega. Yeah, so you would think.
Wouldn't you think, though, to be absolutely fair, like, wouldn't you think that it was because of who those or who Young Rock was portraying, that they weren't necessarily in the business anymore, technically? I mean, Triple H, yeah.
That may be weird. I just think it's weird that the show was promoting WWE legends and you know, the Hereby yesterday.
AEW as well, though.
Right. Yeah, Rock is weird. Rock is just weird in general. It's just I don't know if he thought that he was so big he didn't need the promotion. And it's like, bro, I don't care how big you are. There's never no such thing as too much promotion. You know, you can always promote and get your shit out there. And then to me, where where he really
hold on. Tell him what you said earlier, Black Star, about the whole Young Rock series. When I asked you the same question about it,
his wake up call began when he ran for president, or when he was trying to make the announcement that he was going to run for president. That's when it started. That was the exact day it started.
That was. I think that was a target right there. What you think, Toph?
Oh, probably. I mean, there was that subplot on Young Rock where he was running for president in the future.
Right.
Which is kind of a weird subplot.
But remember, from before then, what makes that shit sound crazy is because before he came up with Young Rock, there was a rumor out there saying that The Rock wanted to run.
He may still try, but who knows?
No, he's not stupid.
I don't know about that. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't give a fuck. Might as well. You know what I'm saying? We have Barack Obama. We can't get any lower than that. You know what I'm saying? If he tries to run, let him go. But shit, I don't know, man. It's like I just find it somewhat of a coinky dink.
It's just all caught up to him, bro.
That you know, I think this year is just so crazy when it comes to The Rock because everything is just falling down at once. From before, yeah, he may have some flops here and there, but this year it just seems so like what's the word I'm looking for? Like prevalent.
It's because he had too many cooks in the kitchen when he was first starting.
Yeah, he spread himself too thin. He got too much shit going on.
Well, like I said before, the most petty thing he did, and like I said, I know John hates him, but he does say stuff that's like accurate. Like earlier this year, he fucking showed up at the Grammys and was hanging out with what's her name, Adele, and he was wearing a suit And I just thought that was so weird. I was like, why is this nigga at the fucking Grammys and you can't be bothered to show up for one fucking Raw, one SmackDown to promote your movie, to promote your show? You couldn't make a cameo for a Hall of Fame or WrestleMania, but you're showing up to fucking Grammys? Like, really, bro? That's what I'm saying. So he's all over the place, which is why I say that, you know, the one thing I will agree about because as much as John hates him, the main point that he's really trying to say is that this facade that The Rock is a nice guy is fake, because he's not. You know, he's a fake dude. Rock is the dude in school that smiles and seems cool, but behind your back he's talking shit. And I think what's happening is that facade is now being exposed to everybody. Where he lost me for good was the Black Adam shit, and we talked about that months ago, because Black Adam was not a bad movie. Like, I've seen far worse.
I watched this like 3 times. I like Black Adam.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad movie, but like what he did and the behind the scenes shit, because that movie was supposed to be Shazam. To those that don't know, I'll keep it brief because, you know, we want to talk about other stuff. Right. Black Adam and Shazam, they were supposed to be like one movie. He was either going to be like the villain of the movie or like a supporting, like, antagonist or whatever. And Dwayne Johnson, he felt like, well, I'm too big to be a support character. Like, I'm The Rock. So
yeah, he tried to turn Shazam, a world-known good guy. Not Shazam. Excuse me. He wanted to you know,
Superman,
wash up Superman, like have Superman look like the bad guy. But
he tried.
Hold on. Here's the thing, though. In a way, is he wrong for that? Because remember, Superman is weak towards magic.
See, that's what he does, bro. That's how the beef started. That's how the beef started with Fast and the Furious, because he tried to take that stuff over too.
Like,
speaking of that, go ahead. Go ahead, my guy, on Black Soul. Go ahead.
Because I cleared my throat. But to be technically fair, to piggyback what Toph was saying, all of this really started when Roman won the Rumble. Everybody was booing the shit out of Roman. The Rock came out to kind of give him the rub.
In Philly.
They were still booing the shit out of him. That's when everything started. That was the beginning of the end, technically. To be fair.
I don't know. I think if I was you, I would have stuck with the whole him running for president and Young Rock. That sounded better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because
I don't disagree with that.
The Rock didn't get scathed. I don't think The Rock got scathed by that.
I don't disagree.
Roman got scathed more than The Rock.
I thought that was fake too, because it was like he didn't. That's one of the main reasons why I have no interest in Rock versus Roman, because it's like you didn't help him when he needed it. But it's like, but now that Roman is good and now that he's established, it's like, oh, now you want, you know, to get part of the, you know what I mean? It's like when you struggling, right? And you, it's like if you lose your house and your house
gets like button
and you're struggling and you don't have any money and you ask that one dude for help and he's just like, fuck you. And then you grind and you get your shit together. And then when you get your shit together, that friend that ghosted you is like, hey man, let's go hang out. Like that's fake, bro. And that's family too. That's his cousin.
You got me stuttering over here. How much of a good point you made right there. The Rock do seem like the type. Like, yeah, we was cool from before, but I got money now and you broke, so you can't hang with me. But oh, you got money now? Oh, yo, come through. Nah, nigga. But what if that's not the case? What if it's his agents got him like that? You know what I'm saying? You know, the agents that be going out there and be getting him the gigs, getting him the interviews, the photo shoots, what may have you.
So basically, what you're saying is that his agents that got him the ESPN interviews and got him on Good Morning America and all that good shit.
Yeah, because you got to think of that too.
Yeah, what I was saying earlier was that's what his thing is, Sandman. What he does is he joins a franchise, but then when he joins the franchise, he takes it over and tries to turn it into his own thing. But if you look at the pattern of his career, it blows up every time. When he was part of the Fast and Furious, he joined it as the Hobbs character. His character got popular, but then it got like more Mission Impossible-ish and, like and less about driving in cars, and that's what pissed off like Tyrese and Vin Diesel. And then he did his own spinoff. What was it? Hobbs and Shaw, right? Yeah, like he did that. Like he tried to turn that into his own thing, and that's what he tried to do. That's what he tried to do with Black Adam. It's because Black Adam, his character was supposed to be part of. I mean, I know it's a fucking shit show anyway, because they're gonna blow it up anyway. But Black Adam was supposed to be part of the DC EU. But Rock was like, nah,
he was basically gonna have his own compilation of movies.
Right. It doesn't work that way. Like when you, it doesn't matter how big of a name you are, you can be an Oscar winner. When you agree to be a part of an extended universe, your character is just one of many characters in the universe that holds it together. Like there's not one character bigger than the universe, but Rock was like, nah, and then he fucked up Henry Cavill too, because Henry, he left The Witcher because he thought this was a done deal, and then it wasn't, and then he got fired, and he was like, well, shit. So
what do you think would fix this?
I think would fix
no,
go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, The Rock.
The Rock needs, first of all, the first thing The Rock needs to do is, for the first time in a long time, he just needs to fucking just chill. He's entering that, in my opinion, he's entering that Chris Jericho fatigue area. Because before he was very picky with the stuff he was doing, because he would release like new shit like every 2 years, every 3 years. But I'm kind of tired of seeing him now. He just needs to just disappear for a bit, keep doing his gym thing, keep running XFL, like however that's going, run the XFL, work on the marketing. Stay in shape, I guess, because WWE is always a possibility. But as far as like movies and TV shows are concerned, it's too late because he's going to be in the Fast movie. But he just needs, as far as movies go, he needs to stick to Fast because that's the only thing left that he has that's consistent. That's the only thing left that he hasn't fucked up yet. He just
so after Fast be done for the year.
He fucked it up.
So after Fast be done for the year.
Well, how many are they going to do, Sandman?
It's the last Fast movie is going to be 3 parts to it, so it's going to be more than only 1 year. It might be like they might stretch that shit like 5 years.
He needs to just stay on that. I don't care what other shit he's got going on movie wise. He needs to just cancel everything else. He needs to just go on social media silence. He just needs to chill,
And here's the thing, though. He might be a workaholic. Matter of fact, I know he's a workaholic. We all know he's a workaholic. Mm-hmm. It's hard for a workaholic to just, stop everything at the drop of a hat, just like that, because they, what I mean? I'm a workaholic. I had to learn how to slow myself down, because you keep on. That shit, it's. I couldn't say being a workaholic is somewhat of a disease. It is.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's definitely
bad for your health.
Don't be mistaken or misunderstood. He definitely has heat in the WWE locker room. It may not be as bad as it was a couple of months ago, but he's got heat. I sent a YouTube video on our private chat about maybe a month ago. Don't know if you remember seeing it, Sandman. It was the Usos, one of those little cool sit downs where they just did like the family tree of their family, and they were just explaining, who's related to who, and they mentioned everybody like but The Rock. Like there was like a little freeze frame of a minute, but they never said his name by name, and some people were thinking like, oh, it's part of a story, and it was like, no, they literally were like, fuck him, because they planned everything in the past year. They were under the impression, and I'm not going to shit on The Rock for that, because I'm going to shit on. That's on Vince and Triple H too, because you know what the thing is, before the WWE deal went through, you know, we were all thinking like, oh man, the Saudis might buy them or Disney might buy them. One of the few positives.
You remember that, y'all? That episode was so funny because remember we was live and you was like, "Yo, Saudi bought WWE just now." We was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like,
one of the positives of a third party buying WWE is if a Saudi or a Disney, if they did buy WWE, they really would just treat it like a business, because the problem is Vince and Triple H, they don't talk The Rock like it's a business. They talk The Rock like he's just an old friend. It's like, no, fuck that. When you're doing a storyline or an angle, you need to, you know, talk business and shit. And there's too much leniency with The Rock. You know, Rock keeps giving them, oh, maybe, you know, we'll see. It's like that party, you know, you're going to go to your party and you call your boy, hey, man, you're going to be there? You're going to be there? And he's like, maybe we'll see. It's like, nah, bro, I'm going to need a definitive answer from you. Yes or no. You know what I'm saying? So that whole year from Mania that just passed to Mania of last year, they thought that The Rock was happening. And I told you guys for a year why it wasn't happening. And as the year went on, you guys got more and more into my line of thinking. And so that's why, you know, Roman beat all the people he did, because they were, you know, setting up The Rock. And then when it didn't happen, you know, it was the bullshit. Oh, I'm not in shape, even though we know he goes to the fucking gym every day. Like he's done. You know,
that was the opportunity to do it. The opportunity to do it.
Yeah. And there's people now that are just like, you know, they're trying to will it into existence. It's like, no, bro. Like if it was going to happen, this was the year to do it. It's over now. The only thing you're going to get now is a Hall of Fame induction and some half-ass match of next year's NXT jobber.
You heard that, Marcus Brown?
If next year's Mania was in Miami, then yes, it would definitely was going to happen next year. It's not. It's in Philly. It's not happening.
That's what I was trying to explain to Marcus Brown. Like this dude, Marcus Brown, he gave me, or he told me about basically like he wrote like a scenario, and he sent it to me. Basically, when he said The Rock should beat Roman for the belt, I was like, I don't even want to read the rest. And he was trying to explain like, oh, I'm trying to turn Cody Rhodes heel. This is where I'm going with it. I'm like, no. The Rock should not beat Roman for the belt. Like this dude Roman he's looking like a god right now. You would waste all that just to give the belt to The Rock? Nah, come on, don't do that.
The one thing that I would compare The Rock winning the title in WWE was when David Arquette won the title in WCW. They killed everything right there on the spot.
Like, nah, we're not gonna do that.
You fucked over Jeff Jarrett to prop up David Arquette. Like, what the fuck were you thinking?
But yeah, man. So yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that pulled up. B. We got 8 people. We had 10 people in the building. Most likely it's gonna go right back up. Everybody's awesome. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you dumb wrestle that like button. Give that like button to Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Ho!
BJ Whitmer that like button, but don't be like BJ.
You know what I'm saying? All y'all are awesome pulling up on this Tuesday night. And we're gonna get to some other topics, but you already know the vibes. First and foremost, yeah, man, Steve Macaroni. What happened? What happened to Steve Macklin? Like,
Impact gonna impact. LOL.
What happened? Like, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I get it that they like champs now. You know, you got this dude Saban. Is it Saban? I said it right? Saban and Shelley, right? The Motor City Machine.
Saban and Shelley.
Yeah. Saban, he's an X Division champion, and Shelley is now he acquired the World Heavyweight Championship, the Impact Championship. So I guess they try to create a moment.
If you're trying to tell a story, and to me, I kind of see where Impact is going to go in this, because I'm thinking that Saban's going to turn heel on Shelley and try to get both.
I would not turn Cody heel. No, I didn't mean to. No, I'm just answering Marcus Brown question. I would not. Why does Cody have to turn heel? WWE has a lot of heels.
Too many heels.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no like he doesn't have to turn heel. Not right now.
If Brandy shows up, yes, turn him heel.
Yeah, like that. Now I agree with what you said. Now Brandy, even though she's cringy as fuck, if Brandy was to do some fuck shit and have have this dude cheat to win, then okay, but not right now. Like next year, sometime the middle of next year or some shit like that. Maybe the end of next year. I'm not saying don't ever turn Cody Rhodes here, but right now, nah. And
the true opportunity to turn Cody heel was back in 2015 when Cody pitched the Rhodes. I think it was like Rhodes Associates or some shit like that. Toph, am I right? Or something like that.
Yeah, they filmed a vignette with Brandy, and Vince said no. He put the kibosh to that.
Yeah, like that was the time to turn him. And like you want to turn Cody into a diabolical heel with that gimmick.
Yeah, and here's my thing with Cody Rhodes, right? Right now, like I said from before, I said it a lot, right? But I like to sometimes I gotta repeat myself because people don't remember, and it's so good. They are gonna break Cody down and build him right back up. That's what this whole process is about. Remember when I said that they're gonna break him down to the point where people's gonna turn on him, and they're gonna see how people react, and and they're gonna basically give them that rhetoric or whatever the case may be. They're gonna be like, "Oh, see, we told you they're gonna turn on you." Remember when I was saying that?
Turn sympathetic.
Yeah, like WWE does the same shit over and over and over. They're not low. I know what time it is, and right now, like I said, minus the whole Brock and Cody shit because it has no purpose. I like what they're doing with it. They're making him get it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? Should he have won that WrestleMania? I ain't gonna lie. How he's getting booked now? Yes, might as well have won at WrestleMania. But I'm not surprised that he didn't because they're not gonna just have this dude Cody come through, a former EVP of the rival company, and win their biggest prize. That shit ain't happening.
All of this could have meant so much more if Cody won the title. That whole rivalry with Brock would have meant so much more.
Well, I want to focus back on what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, this was the tweet that I sent earlier today on our message group, and this is the tweet I mentioned when I first joined. This is to Pro Wrestling Pulse at the PW Pulse. The tweet is: Alex Shelley mentored Okada, Seth Rollins, Jay White, Johnny Gargano, and the Young Bucks. He's been an offensive innovator as well as one of the best technical wrestlers in the world since day one. The Motor City Machine Guns revolutionized tag team wrestling. No one deserves this more. So basically, it was just this Twitter account, the Pro Wrestling Pulse, just giving Shelley their flowers and stuff. Nobody disagrees with the majority of this statement, but the part that got people talking was the comment where he said, Motor City Machine Guns revolutionized tag team wrestling. Now, obviously, context needs to be explained for that last one. Now, the Motor City Machine Guns, are they the Road Warriors or the Dudley Boys or Edge and Christian, or no, of course not.
The answer to all those questions is fuck no.
Right, but as far as the modern wrestling world that we live in today and like the modern style that you see today on WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor, Impact, absolutely, the Motor City Machine Guns absolutely revolutionized the style of wrestling that you see today. For better,
did the Bucks do that better, though?
It doesn't matter. The Guns started it, bro. They started.
They started.
The Bucks started it.
No. The Guns been around way more. The Guns
were around. They've been around. Remember, they was around when the Bucks was Generation Me.
Yeah, they were around before the Bucks were even before when the Bucks were just nobodies in like fucking SoCal before they even were on TV or whatever. So
I thought the Bucks started it at ROH, but never mind.
No. The Guns started it. You know, that was the thing because how it was.
Black Sauce said they went to ROH and that's when they niched their crap.
Right. See, Shelly was the X Division dude, and I remember like he was just doing the paparazzi thing of Kevin Nash, and Shelly and Sabin weren't even a real legit team because TNA didn't know what to do with them. But
Marcus Brown, you have to relax, Marcus Brown. You got to relax, my dude. Like, you know what I mean? Be a little bit more patient. We're going to get to everything, all right? Jesus.
But yeah, TNA didn't know what to do with Shelly and Sabin. And it was like they put them together and it just worked. Just like
wasn't it during like one of those tag team turmoil type things?
I think the first time I saw them, it was like the first time I saw them was like one of those Ultimate X matches. It was like a 5-way Ultimate X, and like
I thought it was a cage match.
It probably was a cage match. It was some gimmick match. It was a cage match or an Ultimate X match, and it was like Shelly and Sabin were just doing all these really cool like tag team combinations that nobody had seen before. But they at that point they were not an official team, and people were like, "Wow, like." These guys are really fucking good, but just their style, their innovation, the way they wrestled, like they paved the way for like a lot of the fucking small dudes that got a job at WWE later, like fucking Brian Kendrick and Paul London. Those dudes got a look because of what the Motor City Machine Guns were doing. The thing was the teams like the Motor City Machine Guns and the Briscoes, rest in peace, Jay Briscoe, they were in their prime during a time when they just weren't getting the big national television exposure. You know, TNA, that was before TNA got like popular, and the Briscoes were like with Ring of Honor for like, you know, forever. You know what I mean? So they never got like.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
All I was really saying is that they just never got that big exposure on national television. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at the style. You know, just like so many top guys today, like in both companies, like Seth Rollins, he's the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and just the way he wrestles, that's the shit that like Sabin and Shelly were doing, like back in fucking 2004, 2005, like back in the Asylum days. Sandman knows what I'm talking about. You know, all those dudes, like, you know, Shelly, Sabin, Kazarian, Lethal, fucking Sanjay Dutt before he was a cokehead. They were doing all the crazy stuff. You know,
mess.
Yeah, the Guns are definitely they definitely revolutionized the modern tag team wrestling. You know, the wrestling you see.
So now that you say that, that's why I was thinking. That's why they basically had Shelly B. Steve Macklin to give that moment. You know, because if they're not gonna get it now, they're not gonna get it later.
They're never gonna get it.
Right.
But the thing is that I thought that they was gonna have Steve Macklin hold down the World Heavyweight Championship until this dude, the Walking Weapon, come back, and they'll have their blood feud. Who knows? This dude Macklin might be hurt. Like, man, he went through a complete war with PCO. They might have told this dude, like, you know what? We're gonna keep your injury quiet as kept. You know what I mean? Have you give the belt to this dude Shelly, and you go away and do something with them stitches or something like that. Because remember, this dude was bleeding more than Mox when he fought PCO.
That was probably one of the best hardcore matches I've seen in quite a while.
That was insane.
That's just Impact, bro. That's how they've always been. Every time they're in a spot where they're champion, whether it's the knockout champion or the Impact champions or the tag champions, every time they're in a spot where like their top guy is hurt or their top girl is hurt, what they do is they just put the belt on an outsider or they put the belt on a bigger name. They never ride it out
To keep it quiet, though.
Yeah, they never ride it out with the homegrown talent, whether they were TNA wrestling, TNA Impact Wrestling,
Shelly's homegrown,
Impact Wrestling. Mm-hmm.
Shelly's homegrown.
Yeah, but he's the bigger star, though. What I'm saying is that every time they're in a spot where they have a new guy as champion, like a new guy, they never ride it out. They always will
like Rude.
Out. Right,
like
right,
Rude
right.
and
nah, you bugging. Rude been the champion for a minute.
No.
He been champion for months.
Like remember when Angle forced Rude to face everybody on
Yeah,
I think Robert Roode was champion for a long time.
No. Before Rude got the belt, I'm talking about that one.
Mm-hmm.
When Storm beat Angle that night on Impact, the very next week was when Rude finally got the belt. Rude should have had the belt the entire time.
Yeah. They went about it in a convoluted way. Angle beat him at Bound for Glory, which was dumb because Angle was hurt. And then he dropped it to James Storm the following Impact. And then Storm dropped it to Rude when Rude turned heel. And Rude got a long run out of it, but they were very convoluted about it. The one I always remember was when AJ Styles dropped it to
Hold on.
Sorry.
We got 10 people in the chat. We should have over 10 likes. Let's go. I appreciate all of y'all. Let's go. We're gonna be up. We're gonna be up for another hour, B. I ain't gotta go to work tomorrow. I'm feeling nice. I'm feeling blessed. We're gonna talk about the old-fashioned wrestling and current wrestling too, of course. So y'all can just kick back, you know what I mean, get a nice cold beverage, roll up something, smoke a little something, smack your pet, and let's get it. You know what I mean? And make sure y'all, like I said, hit the thumbs up, Hacksaw Jim Duggan style. And that's right. Ho! Mm-hmm. And if you didn't sub, make sure you sub. And tell a friend that we here again. Tuesdays and Fridays, B. Tuesdays and Fridays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central. This here is brought to you by Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
You already know I love the broccoli and cheddar.
Oh my goodness! But Sandman, remember that message I sent to you earlier today?
Oh man, go ahead. Yeah, the floor is yours, buddy. The floor is yours.
What in the absolute fuck was Ryback thinking? Said that, if AEW signs me, we'll beat WWE. Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, Ryback been crazy on YouTube.
He clout chasing.
Bitch, you're motherfucking D'Lo Brown. You trash. Why in the fuck would AEW sign you? And I don't like AEW.
Hey, wait a minute. Don't disrespect D'Lo, the greatest Eurocontinental champion ever.
It's kind of like this. It's kind of like if the Knicks signed Horace Grant back in the 90s. And then
Horace Grant was good, man. Don't sleep on Horace Grant. He was all right. He was a good role player.
And like they would think because they got Horace Grant with Patrick Ewing that they will beat Jordan the Bulls. Jordan the Bulls will beat him in 5. Like what the fuck? Then I was just kind of like I was watching the news a little bit. I was watching Trump's indictment. And I was sitting there and I was thinking in the back of my mind that these people are exactly like AEW fans. And here's the reason why. They think in their small little minds that everything that Tony Khan touches is gold. What's being proven right now is that he snorts a lot of coke. That's what he does. That's what he
does. Wait, are you trying to say Trump does drugs?
He said Tony Khan.
Oh.
And of course Trump does drugs. Like he 89 years old. He probably did every drug ever seen.
Trump's on more than crack. I mean, come on now.
Like Trump He was around during the hippie age. But go ahead, Black Star. Keep cooking.
And to me, just the idiotic shit that just comes out of these people's mouths. I was watching Just Alex, right? And he was saying like, oh, it's because the matches haven't been announced. Bitch, you said that they got CM Punk. Now it's time to roll. CM Punk.
Here's my thing. I don't mean to interrupt you. Here's my thing, right? You know what I mean? Other than us, you know, the roundtable, wrestling fans can be so fucking stupid. These motherfuckers think just because CM Punk just showed up or they re-signed CM Punk, he came back, whatever, automatically Collision is supposed to just sell out every single fucking show. Like, what is wrong with people? Like, yo, y'all think this is Hulk Hogan in the 80s? It's not, it don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, Toe. It's like, yo, first off, the show is on a Saturday night in the summertime. This is around happy hour. Because it come on Saturday at 7?
5 my time, yeah.
Your time 5. Oh, so it's 8. Oh, that's even worse. That's happy hour. Motherfuckers is coming home from work. They're gonna want to go to happy hour. You got people getting ready to go out. You know what I'm saying? Who the hell? I ain't gonna lie, like, I may watch it only maybe that one night. But other than that, who the hell's gonna want to just be like, yo, son, I want to stay home on a Saturday night and watch pro wrestling? Like, no, you're gonna want to watch the replay or something like that. And I'm speaking for the casuals, because let's really be real. AEW always getting fucked up. You gotta reach the casuals too. It's not all about those hardcore fans. You gotta reach the casuals also. And then not only that, y'all Dynamite is in shambles. Ring of Honor is in shambles. Ring of Honor been in shambles. I was saying that shit from before. He spent all his fucking money on Ring of Honor for what reason? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, you put all this shit on your fucking plate and nothing is working. Instead of you dwelling on and working on one thing, you putting more on your damn plate. Like,
the big issue is the money. The reason the Collision stuff isn't selling is because the tickets are very expensive.
Yeah, they're like $60.
Yeah,
that's
yeah, they're expensive compared to regular tickets. That's
wait, $60. Wait, let me look that up. 60.
Yeah.
60,
I saw a Twitter thread about that yesterday. I saw a Twitter thread about that yesterday. The tickets in some of those areas in Canada, it may be an international thing because, again, I'm not familiar with. I'm not even going to pretend like I know how it works. All I know is that in not in all those markets, but in some of those markets, the tickets were like twice as expensive. This is what happened when WWE did Clash of the Castle last year. When they first announced Clash of the Castle, the tickets weren't selling there either because those tickets were very expensive. And then what happened was, as they got closer to the show, they lowered the prices for the tickets. And that's usually what happens, not just in wrestling, but football, basketball, baseball. The closer it gets to outside of like a World Series or a Super Bowl or something like that, the ticket prices will go down. And that's where you'll see the seats fill up. But it's an international thing. I'm not even going to pretend to know the schematics of how it works. But
yeah, just go to like the resale market, and you'll find some motherfucking motherfucking expensive seats.
Yeah.
Like, what in the fuck?
It must be an international thing because I've heard horror stories about that. Because isn't Drake from Canada, Sandman? Isn't he Canadian?
Yeah.
That's a city.
Yeah. A cousin of mine lives in Canada, and I remember.
This is less than that. This is $60. They're $36.
On Ticketmaster?
The tickets start at $36.
36.
Well, maybe
really?
it's gone down since then. I don't know.
Okay. Because when I heard about it, it was like 60.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
That's what Solo Monster.
Via Vivid Seas.
Said. Yes, yeah. Solo Monster said that on the last podcast that they were pretty expensive, but admittedly though,
and that's why I don't like. I listen to some motherfuckers, but I do my own due diligence.
Well, it's been a few days. The prices could have gone down since then.
When did Solo Monster say that?
That was on Sunday of last week, not the Sunday that just passed. Sunday. The week before.
Yeah, I was about to say
it on
he's not accurate at all. Yeah, but they start at 37 and $37. They got some real decent seats.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, let me share screen real. Let me see if I can share screen real quick. Oh, let me look at that. Hold on, chat. My bad, y'all. Like, there's a lot going on. We having a great conversation, so don't get it fucked up. We ain't forget about you guys in the chat. Let's get to the chat first. Shout out to Ballet Dancer. Shout out to Robert Brown, Marcus Brown, the Brown brothers. That sounds like y'all take shits. No, I'm playing.
When
I'm fucking with you.
When Black
Hold on, wait. Let's get. I'm gonna get through the chats because we can't forget about the people in the chat. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check out the first episode, and they better do their damn thing on the first episode. Cook on AEW.
I like the main event.
He's cooking.
I like the first main event.
If only CM Punk and the Elite could put wow. If only CM Punk and the Elite could put their differences aside and make real money, that'll put real eyes on the product. Completely agree.
Robert Brown, what do you think is going to happen first? CM Punk bitch slaps one of the Bucks, or they make up?
They gotta, on some real shit, they have to do something about that. They can't just walk away from that whole feud.
That's not happening anytime soon.
That's the thing. It should happen now. They have to do it now. Now.
Not gonna happen now. Not on TV anyway.
It has to be on TV.
Well, it can't be on TV right now because everybody's already involved in their own feuds, bro. You just can't interrupt them.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. I'm saying as a matter of fact, hold on, wait. What you gonna call it? So, isn't the Combat Club done with these dudes, the Elite?
No,
not yet.
Still going. No, they got a match tomorrow.
This is going to be an everlasting feud. So sit back. Get back and get a beer.
Could be worse. It could be a Jericho feud.
Oh, God. Like what you said, Jericho, it's a wrap. This dude wrestled like he got cement boots. Like, it's a wrap. And like I said, we all folks with Jericho. This is I guess you could say a pro Jericho roundtable. We definitely acknowledge the work that he put in, but when is this your time? Is this your time?
According to Ryback, Jericho versus Ryback will make money. So yeah, bucket.
You know the thing too with Ryback. You know the thing with Ryback. I used to fuck with Ryback heavy also. I think Ryback should have beat John Cena when he turned heel and he did the whole shit with him spearing John Cena through the Titantron and all that shit.
That was good.
That was amazing.
That was good.
But after all that shit, like he turned into a complete dweeb and wishing death on Vince McMahon, like all that wishing death on motherfucking shit. I ain't gonna lie, I don't be jacking that shit because it's at the end of the day, it's just a television show.
Right back by himself. Go ahead.
Where he fucked up was like many other people. He was done dirty by Vince. He was red hot, and the fans were into him. I remember it's funny you mentioned Chris Jericho a second ago. I remember Jericho said that he said that Ryback should have beat Punk for the title, and Ryback was red hot there. But, Vince fucked him up. He wasn't the first and he won't be the last. But where Ryback messed up was when he got fired or released or let go. It's like, all right, yeah, man, you got fired. That sucks. So there's two things you can do. You can wallow about it in depression or go elsewhere, improve. Show, hey, I can get better. Do what Drew did, do what Lashley did, do what Cody did, and he didn't do that. He decided to just basically stay at home and go on social media and just be an idiot and bitch. And by all the dumb shit he said over the years, just make people feel like, because make no mistake, like Vince still did him dirty, but like when you say dumb shit, it makes people feel like, you know what, Vince was right. You see what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like, it's at a point now where like nobody gives a fuck, like didn't he do a poll on Twitter where he was like, where should I go? It was like AEW, WWE, Ring of Honor, MLW. Or stay retired. Yeah, or stay retired. And like stay retired won the poll. It was like, damn, bro, like you're by a landslide.
He's doing the most, and he just doesn't stop. And he doing mukbangs and all that shit, trying to claim these are vegan burgers. They ain't no damn vegan burgers. Since when McDonald's have vegan burgers?
It's unfortunate too because he really believed in the gimmick, and again, we can make fun of the gimmick, but believing in the gimmick is a really rare thing now. Because most of the time, when you watch wrestling now, you can just tell, like, yeah, these guys are playing a character. But when he was doing the feed me more, like he would have fit right in, like with like fucking Warrior and Savage and Hogan and Heenan, and he would have fit perfectly, like. In the late 80s, early 90s. I think he could have even fit in like 96, like with Diesel and Razor and Brett and Sid.
So you would say he was old school with his style? You think he was a little old school?
Yeah, he was. He totally believed in his character. He had legitimate intensity. The only person I see in WWE that has that kind of intensity is Braun Breaker, because he's pretty intense when he goes out there. But again, he's fucking...
What's up with Braun Breaker, Black Star? You was telling me about him. Did he fight Seth Rollins today?
No, but they're gonna run the match. They're gonna run the match next week on this NXT special called Gold Rush or some shit like that. But it's supposed to be him and Seth. Yeah. It's supposed to be him and Seth on the main event of next week.
Wasn't that
I just don't like the fact. Here's my thing. I don't like the fact that he's gonna have to lose because it's like, come on, man, like he shouldn't have. I don't think him fighting Seth Rollins is a good idea, but I know we're gonna get a good match out of it.
They're setting up what they're truly setting up, and I think this because it's the way that it's going is going to be him and Drew by SummerSlam.
Maybe Drew comes back at Money in the Bank and attacks Seth.
Yeah.
The problem is if you do that, he'll get cheered. So
that's how it's gonna happen. God. You know what would be gold in my book? Would it be golden chef's kiss? All that fly shit. If this dude Braun Breaker spears him out of nowhere when he do that stupid have this dude spear the fuck out, just rip his body in half. Oh, I would love that.
Oh yeah.
I'm so sick.
This is pretty important. I should have mentioned this last show. If you pay attention in these Money in the Bank qualifier matches, they've changed the wording of the briefcase. They're saying that if you win Money in the Bank, you can cash in on any title.
Yeah. Marcus Brown told me that. Yeah, Marcus Brown put me on to that. And how much more y'all gonna devalue the Money in the Bank?
I told you, man, they need to get rid of that fucking concept. But they're not gonna
y'all making this shit what the fuck? It's like you are giving people a reason to be a bum.
To me,
a reason like, oh, I got the briefcase. What if like for instance, right? I'll even take a page out of this dude Snug's playbook. What this dude Undertaker was with the Money in the Bank, and he challenged Takamichi Goku for the lightweight heavyweight champion and shit. You know how goofy he would look?
To
like
me,
I said, man, if it was up to me, I would fucking put that concept on ice. Money in the Bank needs to be put on ice for like at least 3 years.
Yeah, you are.
We can hear you though.
Yeah, we can still hear you, but you're remixing.
Fuck.
But to me,
what I said?
Yeah.
I was saying. I said this. I was saying that I would take a page out of this dude playbook. What if this dude Bummertaker wasn't winning the Money in the Bank briefcase, and then he'll challenge Takamichi Noku for like heavyweight championship? You know
I'll laugh so hard.
You know how goofy that would look?
I'll laugh so hard if that happened.
I think the value. You can't sit there and say, "Oh yeah, when you get the Money in the Bank briefcase, you can challenge anybody you want." No, you're supposed to be. It's all about elevating when you get that briefcase.
What do you think about this though? What if Priest wins Money in the Bank, cashes in on Seth, and then have Paul Heyman be his manager?
You always been campaigning for that.
Actually, what that happened? Actually, want to see that.
I don't know, because y'all did say that they'll teasing Paul Heyman being, this dude's agent, Damian Priest. Basically, Damian Priest being a Paul Heyman guy. I don't know. I
think the fact that they're saying you can cash in on any title now, that's making me think that it won't even be a world champion cashed in on anymore. Why else is it worded that way?
Yeah, that's how it looks. So does that mean that LA Knight's not going to win?
Or Knight wins and he cashes in, or he cashes in on Melo.
The wording is definitely making me feel like Knight may not win, which is going to piss people off. But yeah, like I said, if it was up to me, I'm icing Money in the Bank, and that concept needs to be on ice for like at least 4 years minimum. Just like they put King of the Ring on ice, Money in the Bank needs to be put on ice, but they're not going to do it because of the toy sales or the replica. It makes a lot of money and the kids like it. So, but this concept has been a long time.
And that's the other thing too. When it came to King of the Ring, I knew it was a bad idea with them scrapping that idea and doing Night of Champions, Day of Champions, whatever the fuck they called that shit.
It's supposedly coming back. This October.
No, it was supposed to come back during them going to Saudi Arabia and all that shit.
Yeah, they never nixed the idea.
Yeah.
So the second
they should
have
That's I guess it's good news, but on some real shit. Only reason I watch, I try to keep in tune because of you guys. Wrestling, this shit is just trash. Jesus. I remember I used to be, SummerSlam, what? I used to be pumped. Now I will be pumped. For SummerSlam. SummerSlam used to be in August. It's still in August. But you know what I mean. It's the middle of June. I will be pumped for SummerSlam in the middle of June. I'm not even pumped for this shit. Only reason why I'm pumped somewhat because we do the watch parties and shit like that. Why these motherfuckers are just so lazy? Other than the money is always there. Yes. But it's like, geez Louise. None of this feels important. Every time they try to make something important, it's always a disappointment. Like this dude over here. He's a disappointment too that I'm about to bring up. This fucking guy right here. What's good, Nate?
The fight of the century.
Nate.
Yo, Nate.
Will you fall asleep? Oh man, the ninjas got him. Yo, the ninjas love you, B.
Retribution got him.
Word. This dude Mustafa.
Remember those ninjas that kidnapped Samoa Joe? That one ninja looked like he worked at like Applebee's or something.
You already know. Hit that link again. Try again, Nate. I don't know, man. It's like
Joe.
The ninjas, B. They got him in the back of the van.
Joe got fucked up creatively so many times. That funny.
You know what's great? What's great is like every time Samoa Joe is interviewed and you ask him about the ninjas, he'll just no sell the question like he didn't hear you. It's great. They should call the ninjas to kidnap Punk. I would laugh my ass off if they did that. That'd be so great.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Make one of the ninjas. Kenta.
Oh yeah, Kenta. Oh yeah, Kenta's lobbying for a match with Punk. Watch Punk mysteriously get hurt again. Yeah, he'll find a way out of this. He's been ducking Kenta for like 20 years now.
That'd actually be a great match, Kenta versus Punk.
Yeah, I think so too. I hope Kenta kicks his head off if it happens.
We got TKO in the building.
Yo, what's up?
What it do?
Yo.
What's going on?
I'll let you know. Like, you see the title. Like, do you think The Rock received his nigga wake up call?
I mean, it was only a matter of time at this point. To be honest with you, I'm just shocked it took this long. To be honest,
I would say the same thing too.
But to me, he didn't get a nigga wake up call.
Hold on. Let TKO.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You good.
No, you're right, though. I mean, I'm shocked it took this long, but everybody gets it. But the thing with The Rock, though, is he tries to take on more than he should, and he really shouldn't. Like, to me, him buying the XFL was a mistake. Him buying the XFL was a mistake. I mean, there's a reason why it failed 2 other times.
And how much did he buy it for though? Because he lost $60 million. So how much did he buy it for?
I heard it wasn't that much.
He probably bought it for less.
That is crazy. And that's why I think he's doing what he's doing. And shots go out to Marcus Brown. Marcus Brown saying, he said that's why he's going back to WWE. He got those bills to pay. He got to pay. Remember, he still got to pay DC because remember, Black Adam was a flop. He got to pay that money back. He got to pay back whoever.
I'll look up how much it was. Let me see.
He got to pay back the XFL. He got to pay back. Young Rock.
$15 million.
Oh God!
He paid $15 million for the XFL.
Yo,
he paid $15 million and lost.
So that means he will have to pay back. Let me do the math because you got to include interest. You got to include
how much money. I'm gonna Google now how much money he lost with Black Adam. Now I'm curious.
Oh wow!
It'd be $75 million for that alone.
That's what it's looking like. Altogether, he might have to pay like $75 million. Because remember, just because he's a millionaire, don't mean he don't have to pay bills. They invested money in this dude. That money got to go back.
Here's what I found about Black Adam. It's just a short sentence that says, so with Black Adam making almost $390 million, the revenue that Warner Bros. Discovery would earn will mostly half of that, $184 million as per deadline. So that's over $100 million loss for the studio as far as the actual numbers are concerned. So yeah,
so basically, like altogether, he would have to pay back at least $175 million off top.
And that's the least. That's the least.
You'll need to do a program to pay that back.
He needs to do at least 3 programs to pay that back.
That's a wake-up call.
I'm curious. Let me see. I know it's still in theaters. Let me see how much Fast X made. How much has Fast X made? Let's see what this says.
And that's why he went back.
Oh, no wonder he went back. No wonder he went back. Fast X global box office takes franchise past 7 billion mark. No wonder he went crawling back.
Exactly.
The franchise made billions.
You got to pay those bills.
Yeah, that franchise made billions.
Yeah. It's the only thing he's got left that's not a flop.
Like, it was more than nigga wake up call. It was, if you don't sit your bitch ass down. Cool.
Ooh, what if Steve Macaroni makes a brand off his Hot Pockets called Hot Pockets for Cheese Macklin? Nah, call them the bag 'em and tag 'em pockets. Yeah.
Speaking of Macklin, how do y'all feel about Alex Shelley winning the title?
Yeah, man. I was saying that I get it to a certain extent because him being the Impact Heavyweight Champion, and you have this dude Chris Sabin, the Exhibition Champion. They're gonna want to have that moment because they're never gonna have that moment ever again. So I get it. I get it when it comes to that aspect. But I thought that they was gonna keep the belt on Steve Macklin until this dude
Josh Alexander comes back, but it's not going to be for a year.
Honestly, I thought they were going to give it to Nick Aldis, honestly, because Nick Aldis is getting a title shot.
Aldis is getting that belt. He's getting Shelley's just keeping it warm for Aldis. You already know that. Aldis is getting that belt.
Well, look on the bright side, man. At least Steve gets to go home to Deanna, so he'll be all right.
He been all right. But like here's a comparison that I'll make with the Bucks, or not with the Bucks, but with the Motor City Machine Guns. They are this generation's Rockers.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Marty and HBK.
Yeah. Definitely.
Sure.
And of course, the Briscoes were the Dudleys.
And what's crazy about it is Shelley and Sabin were both started out as singles wrestlers.
Bro, you have no idea how much of a beer money mark I was back then. Oh my god.
Nah. Remember, you remember the Paparazzi Productions?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash.
Yeah, Shelley and Sabin, they were solos wrestlers. And remember Sabin was holding down the Exhibition because he had that belt, you know what I'm saying? He was going against dudes like Kazarian, going against dudes like Michael Shane. You notice I said Shane, not Shane.
I'm Shawn Michaels' cousin.
And it's like, my dude, who cares? The fuck?
He was such a severe fuck up.
That was really his thing, though. That's Shawn Michaels' cousin.
Who's a bigger fuck up?
I don't give a fuck if that was Michael Jackson's cousin. I don't give a fuck. Like, is he good in the ring? Does he have a character?
Yo, Sam, I got a question for you. Who's a bigger fuck up, Teddy Hart or Michael Shane?
Teddy Hart, no question about it. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody a bigger fuck up than Teddy Hart. That motherfucker there, like
that motherfucker single-handedly brought down the dungeon.
He's like nuclear heat. You want to talk about nuclear heat? That's Teddy Hart. He's the equivalent of a fucking nuclear bomb of wrestling. And it's so sad because he could have really been something.
How in the fuck do you have two WWE tryouts and smoke out on both of them? You had two opportunities to make it to the show, and you struck out on both times. For a matter of fact, Bret Hart's dad brought in Tyson Kidd to replace your dumbass in the new Hart Foundation.
And Tyson Kidd would have been something too if he didn't get hurt.
Wasn't that because of AJ?
think so. Didn't he? I think he called him
Nah,
that.
he got hurt. Nah, he got hurt from the muscle buster from Joe.
Oh, that was because of Joe. Okay. That was because of AJ.
Nah, it was Samoa Joe.
Okay. That makes more sense.
It does. AKA.
Yeah, that's why they stopped having Joe do the muscle buster when he went up to the main roster.
It just went with the cocaine and clutch.
The cocaine and clutch, yeah.
Which still worked for him. So.
Didn't it? I remember when Samoa Joe beat down AJ Styles, and Samoa Joe said, "Hey, Wendy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when I was saying that, damn, that was a perfect time to have this dude Samoa Joe win the strap. But, you know, they wasn't going to put the strap on Samoa Joe because AJ was on a cover of 2K and WWE 2K at the time.
That was the funniest promo I've heard in quite a while. Was when Joe called out AJ's wife.
Yeah, I keep on talking. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And then mid ass whooping during that AJ Joe match, he went to Samoa Joe went to AJ's wife and kid and said like, yeah, you coming home to daddy tonight. Like,
Oh Lord.
Joe. WWE should have just kept that Joe. Whatever Joe was doing then, they should have kept that. Because that shit was just pure comedy. And like, didn't he say to Jeff Hardy, he was like, "This isn't an AA meeting."
Yeah, Joe was a savage, man.
I'm like, oh. Joe was perfect.
He really is. Like, he's fire.
And like, there's like a couple of like Samoa Joe in WWE was probably him at one of his best moments, because WWE kind of gave him full reigns for a little bit,
Kinda
to do what he does best. AEW, he really hasn't had enough time to do what he needs to do.
Yeah, Joe definitely. I think Joe definitely needs more time in AEW, like for sure. Like Joe could really be a key player for your roster.
He's got to drop the Ring of Honor TV title first.
King of Television, that gimmick kind of works with me.
Mm-hmm.
I like that
He's
gimmick.
a great talker, great intensity. He just has to drop to somebody, and then he can just be probably on Collision more than likely. From what I hear, Punk is basically booking it, really.
To who though? Who do you think?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I don't watch Ring of Honor. I already am so busy, but it doesn't really matter. He just needs to drop to somebody because, you know, TK did say that he was trying to keep Ring of Honor a separate thing. So,
and let's see how that worked out for you. Not very well, because Cesaro, he's on AEW TV every week. He's the Ring of Honor champion.
Well, he is part of the BCC, to be fair.
Yeah.
They should just call himself the Combat Club.
Yeah, I kept saying that from before, like, cause this dude Regal's not even with them anymore. Why they keep calling it the Blackpool Combat Club? Take that Blackpool shit out of there. Regal's not with y'all anymore. Get over it. Just call yourself the Combat Club. That sounds so much better.
Yeah, it does. It does.
The Combat Club. Yeah, they could be like the wrestling version of the Fight Club. You know, some real what my dude named Tyler Durden. You know, Tyler Durden is Mox. He reeks of Tyler Durden.
Mox
if you
has
haven't seen Fight Club before. Yo, you remember that shit though when we was live? Remember when we was live and I said, yeah, I was saying that these motherfuckers were the Bukkake Club, and this dude right during the live, this dude MJF stole my shit.
He did it dirty. Like he did it during a press
Yeah,
conference.
we was live. We was live and when we was watching Grand Slam, and he had that promo with Willa Yuta, and I said that shit right before this dude MPM said that same shit that I said. He called them the Bukkake Club, BTC, whatever. I'm like, this motherfucker stole my shit.
Like, to me,
where the fuck TKO go? Let me drop the link again. I don't know. You probably
to me, it seems like
anybody can pull up too. Be like, there be people in the bushes to be acting scared. You don't have to be scared.
Like, to me, it seems like it seems like the one thing that AEW has going for them is MJF. And to me, might as well run MJF versus Punk. Might as well. Nothing else is working for them right now. Put your two biggest stars. We'll see what happens.
And it sucks. It sucks. I'm not blaming them. But ever since MJF had that belt, the ratings been declining big time. Like, motherfuckers want to blame Big Daddy Cool, Kevin Nash, whatever the fuck his name was at the time. They wanted to blame him for that, for his title reign and WWF declining in the ratings. Gotta have the same type of energy for MJF too.
Because let's be real, Cole isn't winning the title. As much as you're a fan of Cole, he's not winning the title. He's 156 pounds soaking wet. He's not winning the title.
So what?
Unless he gains weight. He wins shit.
Fuck that. He's gonna win. I don't care. That dude's a star.
Hey, buddy.
And it sucks that, he lost more weight because, he was hurt. He got hurt. Dude caught a concussion. He caught a concussion on Tony Khan watch, might I add.
Tony Khan was doing a line of coke. He was doing that. This
dude, Tony Khan, injured more motherfuckers. Like, he might as well just have this shit be real. Might as well.
Tony Khan was doing that Tony Montana coke right then.
Marcus Brown said, most people in AEW got weird names, bro. Why does everyone's name sounds like food or adult film term or a secret bathroom with a massive toilet? What comes to mind? I don't know. Like what? Who's the top stars? MJF don't sound like a porn star. Pause.
Take a shitter.
Take a shitter. Yeah, take a shitter. That was a good one. But I don't know. I don't see it. Because you got the BCC, that alone just sounds crazy. Just call yourselves the Combat Club and call it a fucking day.
Well, you can't call yourself the club because WWE has that.
Nah, Combat Club.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
That would work. That would definitely work. I agree with you on that, Sam, man. But here's another thing. And I was watching the UFC and I was watching Amanda Nunes just beat the shit out of some poor woman.
Yeah, I heard she coming to WWE.
And then she retired. I was like, yep. WWE is the next stop.
Mm-hmm.
But who's going to train her? That's the important question. Because she's not doing that shit. She ain't doing that shit.
Ronda Rousey's gonna train her. They're gonna make her train her.
Maybe Sonya Deville. Maybe that might work. But again, does Sonya want to teach?
Right, Marcus Brown. Cole, you know what I'm saying? He had more weight on him in NXT. I'm telling you, because he got hurt. Because when you get hurt, you're not gonna really have the same type of appetite.
In NXT, they were extremely safe with him. Almost too safe, to be fair.
Nah, hell no. Like NXT, you had your dangerous spots. It's just that with AEW,
about after the hardcore matches that he was in. Remember the time that he took, not wrestling, just doing promos after War Games.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was weeks where he did not wrestle.
Well, remember Adam Cole wrestled every week anyway.
They didn't need him to.
Right.
So because of that, they were extremely safe with him. They could afford to be safe with him. In AEW, they can't afford to be safe with him. He has to be consistent.
Why?
That's the reason why. Well, because like other than Cole and MJF, who else do you have to run the show? Not too many people.
Well, that's CK fault. Well, and I guess you could say you got your supposed 4 pillars. You got Darby Allin. You got John.
Darby Allin's not a good promo. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie. Darby Allin, he does try. Like
he tries. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Jungle Boy looks like he's 12.
And that's the main thing too. I didn't mean to jump too far off topic, but why not? It's too much little dudes. And I'm not sitting there trying to discredit them when it comes to them, like the in-ring work. But, we always need those alternate life characters. You always need, like if you go to a show, when you go to a wrestling show, you're going to want to remember that person. Like, when I seen Big Show for the first time, I don't be jacking Big Show. I think he's a fucking bum. But just seeing him, in real life, that shit was, I still remember that shit to this day. And that was like over a decade ago. I seen that this when he was the ECW champion. That's when I seen him. This dude looked surreal. It's all about creating memories too.
Brian Cage should be a 2-time AEW champion right now. Like, dude is such a freak athletically.
So, you still there?
You tough, turn on your mic.
His mic is on.
It's on?
Yeah, I was listening to you guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's real quick. More quiet than usual.
No, it's just basically just listening to you guys go back and forth on everything.
Okay. So Marcus Brown said AEW needs a performance center to cut down on the injury.
Like that's gonna work.
TK attitude and refusing to be better is similar to old man Vince McMahon.
No,
what's your thoughts on that?
He's not Vince. He's Dixie Carter.
No one's Vince. Thank God. That's good shit, pal. Yeah.
Tony Khan is Dixie Carter.
No, he's not Dixie. Dixie was a fucking
He's
idiot.
using his daddy's money. That's Dixie Carter.
No, but Dixie wasn't a fan of wrestling. She didn't know anything about pro wrestling. She was a fucking idiot. And she was a hoe.
Yeah, is it really true? I was looking for it. I was looking for the article. But I know I seen the article saying that Impact was going to induct Hulk Hogan into the Hall of Fame.
What?
Of course they would. They're fucking idiots.
I'm like, oh, your dude's really that dumb?
No, you can't be serious.
Man.
You can't be serious. The person personally responsible for killing your company,
right,
is in the Hall of Fame. What?
I don't think it's real though, because I looked for the article and I can't find it, so I think that might be cap.
Oh God, let that happen.
Let's hope so.
Yo, because I seen, you know what I mean, I was at work. You know when you at work, you on your phone, you scroll through shit, and you notice shit here and there. I'm like, wait, hold up. I know these motherfuckers ain't that stupid now. Come on.
Impact, bro. Remember, it's the same company that put the belt on Tessa Blanchard. Never put anything past them.
All I want to hear now is TNA putting up Hulk Hogan's WCW theme.
How did it go? He's American. Oh yeah, American made. That's how it went.
He's American man.
Remember the Pastamania bullshit? Pastamania, brother. You know, it really sad. You know, on a more serious note, it really fucks with my head that like all the legends are like slowly, you know, they're going to the next life, and like Hogan's still here. It's true. The good die young.
Well, that's something. That's something, right? And he's known as being the most grimiest motherfucker in wrestling. But he's the one that's still there.
He sold his soul to the red dude with the red dude and horns.
You can say the devil. It's okay.
Okay. The devil.
Just
that's different for a different day.
Just say he sold his soul to Vince. That's basically it.
He had the right gay guy at the right time. AEW needs
I knew Hulk Hogan was dirty when Jesse Ventura said that he killed the wrestling union.
As far as I'm concerned, he killed the Renegade. He's got blood on his hands.
Like I was all like,
what happened to Renegade? You didn't know about him ever.
He killed himself.
He's dead.
He killed himself.
I never knew that.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised they haven't done a Dark Side of the Ring episode. They may have done one. I don't remember. There's so many episodes.
Jimmy Hart fucked up the Renegade so dirty. He's like, you could have been the next Hulk Hogan, but she's just playing old Rick. I was like, oh.
I remember. Oh my God, we all have like that. We all have like that one wrestling memory. I remember watching Bash at the Beach with my dad. The one that was actually on a beach. I think it was like 95.
Oh, the one in LA, right?
Yeah. And I remember the Renegade faced Paul Orndorff. Rest in peace, Mr. Wonderful. And I remember like those fans were booing him. I was about to say out the building, but they weren't in the building. They were outside. They were booing him out the beach. And I remember Paul Orndorff gave the Renegade a pile driver. He gave him a pile driver. And the fans were cheering. They wanted the Renegade. They hated the Renegade. I was like, oh my goodness. Like, that was so funny, but awkward in hindsight. So
I remember when the Renegade first came, Hulk Hogan was trying to make the illusion that it was going to be the Ultimate Warrior up until the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, and that's what
Hogan was petty. He never got over Mania 6. He was always mad that he put him over clean. It was so fucking dumb. That was the only reason he helped Warrior get the WCW deal, was just so he could beat him at Halloween Havoc in that shit show. He was so mad.
I remember how many people hated, or how many people still to this day hate Hulk Hogan. Like Roddy Piper hated him to his death.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw a YouTube video yesterday. I just saw a YouTube video yesterday. It was like an old interview from like 1998. It was Hogan on some sit-down show, and he was talking about how like Mick Foley was lazy and how he didn't put work in. And then Mick Foley did like a reply years later, and he was like, you know, ask Shawn Michaels if I put work in, ask Triple H if I put work in, ask Taker if I put work in. And he was like, hey, Hulk, How's the hip? Throwing shade at him. Yeah, fuck Hogan, bro. He's a piece of shit. I've never liked him. I don't give a fuck when he dies. When he dies, like, I guess it'll be sad. Like, he'll always be
sad.
Pardon?
Of course, it's gonna be sad. That's what Sandman said.
Oh yeah. He'll always be the biggest name in wrestling, but like, I'm sorry, he's always been a piece of shit. And just so we're clear, I've never been one of those dudes that hated him just because of the racist shit. I never liked him before that. The racist stuff just made me feel justified for never liking him to begin with. The dude's just a fucking snake, bro. He's a snake.
Bret Hart almost beat the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he always beat the dog shit out of him because he wouldn't put him over at SummerSlam. He retired instead.
That's where you got it from. That doesn't work for me, brother. That's what you said about Bret.
Yeah.
That's where it came from. That doesn't work for me, brother. That was from Bret.
And instead, he put over Yokozuna that day. I was like, oh, that's fucked up.
Because he always had a big man fetish, just like Vince, because they jacked off together. You know, it was always. Yeah, no, he always had a big man fetish. You know, it was Big John Studd, King Kong Bundy, Andre, Duggan, Boss Man, Vader.
See, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I feel him on that because, like I just said not so long ago, you do need them larger than life characters. But
that's why he loved Matt Morgan, because he looked at Morgan and was like, "Yeah, beef." Remember, he gave Morgan
Impact. They completely mistreated it. Like how Matt Morgan never won the heavyweight championship. I think that was a crime. He should have won that shit. He should have won it
because they gave Matt Morgan a mic.
Oh shit!
What do you mean? He's the DNA of TNA.
I'm gonna steal a line from Scott Steiner. If I had your DNA, I'll kill myself. I'll hang myself, then I'll shoot myself.
The DNA of TNA.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, if Hulk Hogan was booking WWE, Omos would be.
That just sounds gross. Let's hear that shit. Though. Hold on. Just hear that shit. The DNA of TNA. That just sounds gross.
Yeah. If Hogan was in WWE creative, Omos would be the WWE champion.
He'll be a 6-time WWE champion. He'll break Ric Flair's record. That motherfucker.
But Ballet Dancer asks, "What's our thoughts on the new title belt?" I think it's cool.
Yeah, I like it.
My thing is the laziness.
I wasn't surprised. So
they are lazy. They are lazy. They are lazy. They are fucking lazy.
Yeah, it's just
we gotta see what the tag titles look like. I think that's next.
They're lazy.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna have the tag belts look like the Seth Rollins or Rhea Ripley's belt, with a different strap.
Yeah, they're lazy with the little stuff. The title designs, the sets for the shows, the merch. Like, they have the money to make everything look different, but they just make everything look the same. That's my biggest criticism. There's a sameness to like a lot of the visual of it, like the way the shows look. A lot of the theme songs have like that same kind of beat to it, with some exceptions here and there. You know, it's a very, very just. It's like WWE's philosophy is we're going to make as much money doing as little as possible.
Who made the beats? Who made the beats back in the NXT Black and Gold days? I like those. That
CFO and
I don't
like them anymore.
They were good.
Yeah.
Why did they hire them?
I don't know. Something happened, and I don't even know who does it now. I don't even know who does it now. I legitimately don't know. All I know is
suck.
All I know is that Jim Johnson, the last theme he did was Baron Corbin's theme, not the original one, but the one that was like
Talking about that one?
Yeah, that one. That was actually it's a pretty good theme. That was the last one he did. So
yeah,
that'd be a nice trivia for you. What was his last WWE theme? It was Baron Corbin. So
I was thinking about doing trivia, but y'all motherfuckers might cheat.
you know, I'm an encyclopedia. I don't need to cheat. Unless it's like fucking ECW.
I'm not gonna cheat
for that.
I make a stupid guess.
Shout out to Charles Cam. You know, we got somebody new up in the building. Death Rebel.
What the fuck is that?
Yo, what up, Charles Cam? Welcome to the
Charles
Roundtable.
Cam.
What's goody, Charles?
All right. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the likes. We're at the 2-hour mark. And you know what? Let's keep on going. Why not? I ain't got to wake up early tomorrow. I'm on my vacation. I ain't got to go back to the plantation tomorrow for work. You chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to roll me up a nice spliff. You know the vibes.
No,
As a matter of fact, hold on. As a matter of fact, I'm about to get me a beverage real quick. This is what we're going to do. Let's go on a quick break since we're in the 2-hour mark. You know, go on a quick little break. You know what I'm saying? You guys get your beverages, you know, get your oos and noodles, get your bag of Cheetos, all that fly shit, get a quick little snack. You know, we'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Y'all know the vibes. See y'all in a few.
Alrighty.
You already know what time it is. We in the business of hurt. What's happening? Yeah, it's time to shine. Yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. Man, they ain't hearing me. Hold on. Yeah, it's time to shine. Yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. But we come on the scene, y'all better respect us. We play chess to hurt. We don't play no checkers. We get paid to hurt people. Y'all about to witness, cause we are the hurt business. Yeah, you already know who's coming. If you're scared to get hurt, you better start running. Run up, get done up with a spear like Lashley. Get balled up like MVP, don't add me. Either pay dirt, cause it's all about Benjamin. Upgrade to platinum, thank God for excellence. Don't make Alexander check y'all with a lumbar. Might as well tap out a submission, on bar. Wait a minute, rewind that back. Don't make Alexander check y'all with a lumbar. Might as well tap out a submission, on bar. Or get locked in a hurt lock, get jacked up. Wanna do business with us? Nah, back up. This is grown business, we will hurt you with our suits on. Put the work in and tend to be very hands-on. Pay us and go let the losers keep losing. All I gotta say is business is booming. Yeah, it's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. Man, they ain't hearing me. Hold on. Yeah, it's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. But we come on the scene, y'all better respect us. We play chess to hurt, we don't play no checkers. We get paid to hurt people, y'all about to witness, cause we are the hurt business.
I'm on a hurt block till his heart stop. Super kick to the face, then his head pop. I be the MVP, people envy me. I got a straight waiting for my enemy. Yeah. All the belts we taking, these chicks see the money we making. Get the big bag, the odds been mad. Put your body in Lashley, chin back. Snatch up gold, smack up foes. Handsome, we fresh head to toe. Tailor-made suits for my troops. You wanna choose? Ego boost. My job to hurt people, your feeble. Get jackknife like Diesel. Full Nelson, break both arms. Use them as my good luck charm. Wine and cheese at Trattorias. Watch you up in my arena. Fold you up just like a pizza.
Yeah, it's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. Man, they ain't hearing me. Hold on. Yeah, it's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. But we come on the scene, y'all better respect us. We play chess to hurt, we don't play no checkers. We get paid to hurt people, y'all about to witness, cause we are the hurt business.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, what's up?
We back like we never left. You see how I promote you, MVP? You know what I'm saying? Like, but you want to throw shots at me, a dedicated fan to your work. You see how I have a whole song dedicated to you, me, and my guy LP LaRon Pierce, dedicated to the Hurt Business. But you want to throw shots at me? Whatever.
Like yesterday, or not yesterday, but like earlier today, right? I was watching like I was just on like one of those like those old school wrestling marathons.
Nice.
And like I was watching Bash at the Beach. This is when Hogan turned heel. And that entire promo was just so funny. When Hogan said, "I was selling out the world when you was bumming gas, getting cars to get to high school." I was like, oh.
When you were selling meat in the back of your pickup truck
in Minneapolis. I was like, oh. Hogan was such an asshole.
Tell you, like, it's nothing like that promo that put asses in seats, and that's what a lot of people is lacking nowadays in wrestling.
Like, there are very few promos that you remember just off of memory, like when the Kane Dewey promo with Mick Foley.
The who promo with Mick Foley?
Kane Dewey. That goes back to when Foley just turned heel. And he was talking about his kid. And he said that he was looking in the crowd and somebody had a sign that said Kane Dewey. He said, "Dewey Foley's a 6-year-old son, you fucking bastard." I was like, oh. Like, and then of course the Stone Cold Austin 316 means I just whipped your ass. That's another classic promo.
Hell yeah.
Tell Jake to get a bottle of Thunderbird and drink up that courage that he had when he was younger.
Get that piece of trash out my ring.
Yeah, get that piece of trash out my ring. like there was like so many great promos. Like nobody can cut a great promo nowadays.
Hell yeah, Mr. Titantron. Like, come on, Marcus Brown, you know the vibes. I always talk about WWE when it comes to the venues. You know what I mean? They just lost that artistic vision. And they got the bread to do it. They got more than enough bread to do it now. Just imagine if these dudes are just like make this. The main thing is fun. From before, we had fun watching wrestling. When it came to the serious stuff or the fun stuff, like you could look forward to the whole card. You knew, okay, everybody on the card had a purpose. You will have something for the kids. You will have something for like comedy purposes or whatever, and then you will have the serious part, like towards the main event when shit get real. Just like with Monday Night Raw. Remember, you had Monday Night Raw or Raw's War, and then after that, you had Warzone.
And Warzone with the serious hour.
Right. It was just all about fun. And at that time, they didn't have the money to do what they can do now. But now they do, and they refuse to do it.
Like, I remember on SmackDown, it was like this old SmackDown, and Vince had like the entire corporation or the entire corporate ministry in the background. And he said,
"That's what's up, Marcus Brown. Spread that love. Hell yeah."
He said, like, and some of the family, and some of your husbands look at your wife and go like, "You're too fat. It's not fair. Life's not fair. Life's not fair. Life sucks, and they die.
And you die." Yo, I love that, bro. Wait, shit, I gotta look for it. Now you gotta make me look for it.
Yeah, X-Pac was in the background laughing his ass off, high as fuck. He was high.
That was the best. That was one of the best Vince McMahon promos ever. Life sucks, and then you die.
Yeah, that one in the I'm gonna inject WWF with a lethal dose of poison. Like he was on some serious coke.
Just imagine the breath. He's doing all that shit. Life sucks.
Yeah. It makes TK look like a fucking Powerpuff Girl. His coke is in comparison.
Speaking of drugs and TK, like remember when he made that last announcement about Collision and CM Punk? You seen this dude face? He looked like my dude. Like, why your eyes always look so, that you looking at somebody aiming a gun at your head?
Maybe somebody is. You never know.
He be looking crazy. Like, and then that damn shape up, my dude. If you don't cut that fucking hair, you look like Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. The fuck are we doing here?
But there was like another promo that I keep on forgetting which promo it was. I think it was I think like it was on No, not the. But the Scott Hall promo that was a good one too. Back in Memorial Day of '96. That one was a good one. But the Kevin Nash promo, that promo.
About when they invaded.
No. When Kevin Nash made his debut, that shit was a fucking classic. When we said like this is where the big boys play. Look at the adjective play. I was like, wait, what?
I ain't gonna lie, I always hated that fucking slogan. WCW is where the big boys play. First of all, pause.
Yeah, big boys. Yeah.
He said, look at the adjective play. I was like, wait, what?
Remember when KO headbutt Vince McMahon said we better keep his guard up because him and KO is what I call brother me's, a word I invented. Brother me's. That's where you invented. I hear you. But I won't be surprised if we do that shit too. You see KO's already tweaking. This dude was like, KO, Sami Zayn's asking, KO, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, you tweaking. Did you have a bad batch or something? Relax.
KO's funny when he starts tweaking that.
I love KO, man. That's like him. I still hate to this day how they did him dirty when he went against Goldberg.
They're like, wait a minute, why are you guys coming out here? We didn't call you. You're breaking the rules.
It's crazy to think that's what made Jericho leave.
What?
TK be smoking more of that sticky icky. That dude TK be smoking that glass cock.
That's what happens. You got Snoop Dogg on speed dial.
He definitely, man. Snoop Dogg probably lives there. Tony Khan has more than enough money to tie in his hair up and get some nice gear. Right. Like my dude. Your hairstyle look like you got a possum on top of your head. Like, why does his hair look like that? He look crazy. Like my dude. You a billionaire. You mean to tell me you just can't go to a barbershop or something and pay $20 for a haircut? You could buy the barbershop and have them fucking give you a shape up, something. Like this dude, maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but I'm just saying he just looks crazy.
No, it's a culture thing. They have that fuck you, I just woke up here.
Nah, fuck that. I know, because what's Tony Khan nationality?
I don't know.
No, wait a minute. He's not Saudi.
Because I know motherfuckers, when it comes to his type of time, his ethnicity, and they go to the fucking barbershop. Like the fuck? We all go to the fucking barbershop. We all be like, you know what? Maybe I need a little something off the top. This dude looked like only thing he ever did was put a toilet bowl seat over his fucking earlobe and cut his hair.
Like to me, like some of like the funniest shit is when, like sometimes like I like goofy wrestling, like the Alpha Academy. Alpha Academy is just the perfect amount of goofiness.
Yo, speaking of them, since when this bitch just joined them, now wasn't she trying to get Otis from this dude Chad Gable to bring him to the Mongoloid male, whatever the fuck their name is?
Well, I heard the Maximum Male models are going to get repackaged, so that's probably the reason why she's with them now.
Repackaged? So what?
I don't know. Who gives a shit?
So what? They said they're gonna be what? They're gonna be a more serious team now. What they're gonna be the Redemption 2.0.
Or New Day is gonna get repackaged as well.
The New Day.
Yeah.
The New Day just needs to just wrap it up, man. Like, what else can they do? There's nothing else they can do.
Yeah, like they already cleaned up the entire tag division. Kobe's already champion. Was already champion. The only person who's not champion yet is Woods, and Woods ain't getting the championship anytime soon.
Oof.
So yo, that shit was so funny though. So when you sent me the dude Andrade El Idolo's interview.
Yeah, man, you know that dude is just forced to just basically eat Charlotte out every day. So, you know, he don't know shit.
He's like, is there coke in Chicago? He didn't say coke, but is it drugs in Chicago? I'm like, yo, did he really just say that?
Roosh literally stopped giving a fuck.
Roosh never give a fuck. What are you talking about?
Is there drugs in Chicago?
Like, as soon as I saw...
because the dude was talking about food. The interviewer, he was talking about, you know, when it comes to street tacos or whatever, letting them know that's how they give it up in Chicago. Because in Chicago, believe it or not, there's a lot of Mexicans out there. I didn't even know that myself until I went out there. There's a lot of Mexicans in Chicago.
Technically, to be fair to Andrade, English is not his first language.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's just that the dude he just out of nowhere asked if there's drugs in Chicago.
Oh yeah, if you
it came so random.
If you remember when they went to Chicago after the Brat thing, when the Elite fought Death Triangle, there was actually a good amount of Latinos in the crowd. You know, they were cheering for So
there's a lot of Mexicans in Chicago. Like when I was out there, they was telling me and my lady that we had just missed the carnival that they had. So I think it was Cinco de Mayo, as a matter of fact.
Right.
And the whole shit was flooded. I mean, flooded. With all type of Mexicano, all type of everything was popping out there. It was like, yo, traffic was packed up for blocks, all that shit.
Like all of a sudden, you just hear
one of those. It's one of those. If you know, you know.
Like all of a sudden, you just see a lowrider. The lowrider starts.
Yeah, they had all that shit.
Start hitting the Mexican Latino.
This dude Andrade wanted to see where the connect was at.
Like all of a sudden, you just start hearing Latino heat. Like, oh shit.
Well, you know, basically, Charlotte has him prisoner in her house, so he probably doesn't know that much. So you know, let him live his life. Let him have fun.
Yeah, of course. You know, he had no choice. Smashing a steel pussy.
Chavo and Eddie's former wife just machine gunned the Guerrero name.
Oof.
No, he's ballet dancer as if he's still wrestling. I think he's hurt. Is he? I'm told.
No, he's not hurt. No, he's not hurt. No, he'll be back for Collision. We should see him this Saturday, actually.
He still doesn't get fucked.
I thought it was next Saturday. I thought Collision was next Saturday.
No, it's this Saturday.
It's this Saturday.
Father's Day weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, shit. We might we fuck around and do a watch party this Saturday.
Really?
I'm not sure because look at that. Because I was planning on going to go see Spider-Man in the movies.
Oh, Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, so look at that. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's exactly what I'm talking about. When it comes to AEW Collision, that is a horrible time slot. It's horrible.
You got to make sure nothing is happening.
I think it's a bad time slot for this summer. Not so much for the fall.
Definitely. Yeah, when shit's still getting cold, when you know, when shit's still getting cold, people's not gonna want to really go anywhere. So
for the fall, it's totally fall fine for like the winter and the spring, but like the summer, there's always some shit going on.
Summer and fall, you're still fucked. Still fucked in the fall. You know why you're still fucked in the fall? Because it's college football season.
Mm-hmm. That's a majority of the sports come back in rotation.
Well, Saturday is Saturday. It's not an unheard of day for wrestling. It's just it's been so many years that you just have a lot of generations of fans out there that are not used to it. You got to remember, like back in the day, you had Saturday night. You had Saturday Night Main Event, you had WCW Saturday Night, and they all pulled good numbers. But granted, that was before social media. It was like 30 years ago. It has been a long time. So
I remember Power. You can't forget about Power Hour.
Yeah, of course.
I used to love Power Hour.
I would have gone earlier though. I would have gone like 6:05 to like 7:45. That's what I would have done.
Right.
Yeah.
You're still fucked. It doesn't really matter.
It's like you're still fucked. Yeah, but it won't be as bad because around that time you have certain people, like a certain demographic, coming home from work, getting ready to go out. Like, so like if the collision's like what 6 to 8, 2 hours, you can do that. You know what I mean? You're gonna come home from work. You may eat something, take a shower. Around that time, like 6 to 8 time frame, you could do that and probably catch a little bit of the show.
The big issue I see with them is on Saturday is the thing that's going to be an issue now that was not an issue 30 years ago, 20 years ago, is UFC. All their shows are on Saturday.
Right.
And,
then you're mega fucked.
They got that market cornered.
And then in recent years, and I'm still adapting to it, is that recently WWE, they do a lot of pay-per-views on Saturday too.
They do all the pay-per-views on Saturday.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of Saturdays now where there'll be a lot of shit going on all at once. So there'll be days where they'll be competing against UFC, WWE, and like whatever sports game. So that's the big issue that they got to contend with that wasn't a factor 20 years ago. Because back then, nobody was running shit on Saturdays, not then.
The problem is that AEW truly doesn't want to compete. Whether they don't have the horses or I don't know what the fuck's happening, but they don't want to compete.
And that's funny too. It's funny because when they did compete with NXT, they slaughtered NXT. So it's like, why duck the smoke now?
Because it's just not viable anymore.
Because like, do you guys remember that that bloodline, that final bloodline segment last Friday, right?
Yeah.
Which
like
one?
2 Fridays ago. I'm talking about the one when Solo Samoan spiked Jimmy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That shit got a 2.9.
That's nice.
That one segment alone. Because remember what I said.
The problem with that is they don't got anything else. That's the problem.
Right.
And that's why I said that's another reason why Roman won was because Triple H, Vince, or whoever realized, oh shit, we got nothing else. What do we do when this is over? Because if you look at WWE, like the past 2 years, it's really just the bloodline and the Judgment Day. But what happens when this shit ends? You know, they have not started that next big story yet, and
Right.
they realized that at WrestleMania, and that's when they panicked, and it was like, we got to keep this going. You know, so that's why at the time I was annoyed, because some people are, oh, it's about getting Roman to 1,000 days. No, it wasn't. It was about, we don't have anything else right now, which is their own fault.
You could push Imperium, to be fair.
Yeah, you could.
Yo, oh my God. Dumb dudes, yo. I love
firstly, they got to stop being booked like jobbers. That's the first
That's
part.
what I'm saying. They look like the fucking Three Stooges. Like, they look like straight clowns. Yo, they always lose. Gunther, yo. Like I said, they have to fix that shit fast. I mean, right now, fast. Because they can't have this dude Gunther being so dominant, and he's around a whole bunch of fucking bums.
Yeah.
It makes it devalues him. I never understand WWE booking. They just
you know what Gunther's like now? He's like, you know what Gunther's like now? He's like Lex Luthor in those old Superman cartoons.
Yeah. With the retarded ass henchman. The henchmen stay getting their ass swept.
Right. That's what he's like.
Yeah, Larry Moe and Curly, yeah. This dude, Gunther, I would say he's Mo. Because Mo was like the one that was like, I guess you could say, he was the leader. Yeah, he was like the small one, the leader of the Three Stooges. But fucking Leonardo, Da Vinci, and Kaiser-O, whatever the fuck their names is, they are fucking toilet bowl water.
There was a part on Monday when Gunther gave a clothesline to the Sami Zayn. Like, good fucking Lord.
Yes, I thought he was. I ain't gonna lie, I thought they was gonna win. He decimated this dude with that clothesline. I thought they was gonna win after that.
I finally found a move that's stronger than Gunther's chops, and that's Gunther's clothesline. It's like, oh my God.
Whoa. He caught, like, he gave me Larry from Hell vibes off of that clothesline.
I was like, my gosh, why can't that be his finisher?
Saying, man, I mentioned this. You notice the two most dominant WWE champions have terrible records in tag team matches. Reigns and Gunther both have better single records than tag team matches. Well,
what's funny is Roman's first WWE title were tag titles too. That's the funny part.
Wasn't that
of course they're gonna have better single records because they're singles wrestlers for the most part, especially when it comes to Gunther. Gunther is more of a singles wrestler. And don't get it fucked up. When Imperium was on the NXT UK, they were dominant.
Yeah, they were. They definitely.
I just don't understand the vibe with having them lose all the time. And here's the thing too: so you have them lose all the time, and then what? One pay-per-view out of nowhere, they're gonna win one match and then win the tag team championships.
It's not just them either. Those other two dudes too. I don't fucking follow NXT UK. What were they called? The Grizzled Young Veterans, was that their name?
Oh, those are my dudes. Hell yeah, Grizzled Young Veterans.
Yeah, those
they are really good.
Yeah, they were. It's really a pattern with the UK in general. Just about everybody that was booked strongly is just in the UK. It was just booked like a joke, with the exception of Gunther, because the Grizzled Young Veterans, they were just treated like as enhancement talents in NXT. I didn't watch her when she was there, but I know when Toni Storm, when she was in NXT UK, they booked her good. And the minute she got caught up the main roster, Charlotte Flair is throwing the cake at her for some reason. It's just weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
The only one that really got booked right was Gunther, just him.
Like each time I see Gunther, to be honest, I just go like it's time to die.
The one where
someone died.
The one where I gave up, and I know you remember this, Sandman, because I remember you were going off the Pat McAfee dude, and I understand Pat's just doing his job. I understand he was just being fed lines. Where they lost me was when Pete Dunne debuted as Butch. He attacked somebody. He debuted as Butch, And then fucking Pat McAfee had to sell it like he didn't know who he was. He was like, "Who's this guy? Who's this guy?" And I was like, "Dude, you were in the fucking War Games match.
You were in the whole rivalry with this nigga."
So like, wait a minute, was he a part of your War Games team?
Yeah, like he had a whole program. Because remember, I think around that time, that's when it was the Kings of Wrestling. Was it the Kings of Wrestling when it was at NXT?
Yeah, something like that.
And it was remember it was Pat McAfee and Oni Lorcan, those motherfuckers.
That's the sad part, man. That's what like really upsets me, because I know I act like I don't care about WWE or NXT, but the sad part was like that black and gold era, it never had a proper like final farewell or send off. It just fizzled out. And that's sad.
Right.
It just fizzled. There was no last.
Their end was Vince machine gunning it.
Yeah, pretty much. It just fizzled. It just fizzled, and basically just everybody, like all the fans, just moved on to AEW or to just stop watching. And I just look back at it, and it was just like, what the fuck, man? And just so many people from that era are just gone. Like Velveteen Dream as an example. It's just like, damn, what the fuck.
That was the start of NXT's midlife crisis.
Yeah, and now they're trying to bring it back now. As I understand it, I think the reason why they're sending all these main roster dudes down there now is because they're trying to renegotiate the deal of USA, and I guess they want NXT to be a part of that. So they're sending down guys like Rollins to pop a number. But I just feel like it's too little, too late now. It's not the same.
But WWE prefers USA over Disney. That's what I think. That's why they're trying so hard.
Yeah, they prefer USA because they're going to be the best thing on USA because USA Network shit now. There's nothing else on USA. If they go to Disney or some other brand, that may not be the case.
Come on next. It's all family, Nakita. Oh, God, those are good old days. I remember I fucking begged my mom to take me to Raw because it was in San Bernardino. The night after. Huh?
To where?
To Raw because it was in San Bernardino.
Oh, okay.
About 25 minutes away from where I lived.
Well, I agree, Marcus Brown, that WWE shouldn't be an indie company. But at the same time, I feel like that NXT, as it currently is, it's not a TV watchable show, in my opinion. That shit is straight up FCW developmental. and that stuff is not TV ready. That's what that shit's for. That's a fucking Peacock / WWE Network exclusive. At least with Black and Gold, Black and Gold, it had a lot of indie guys there, but it was watchable. And what I liked about NXT Black and Gold was it was different from everything else the WWE was doing at that time. It was so different from Raw. It was so different from SmackDown. It was an hour. It was just refreshing. It wasn't a chore to watch.
Right.
Now when I look at NXT, it's just like everything else. It's just like Raw. It's just like SmackDown.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when it lost its lackluster when it went to USA. When they took the shit off of the WWE Network, I wasn't here for it. I
liked it on the WWE Network. That's why I liked the NXT UK on WWE.
Yeah,
Network.
It was different.
I mean,
it was an hour. They had no time constraints. There was no ads. It was just different.
That Walter versus Ilya Dragunov match. I still.
They went to war.
I was like,
they went to war.
When Gunther did that rear naked choke, and Ilya Dragunov was bleeding out of his mouth, I was like, just stop the match. You're gonna kill him. He's gonna die. That's why each time I see when Triple H challenged Gunther, like he walked up to him, I was like, Gunther, please don't kill him. He doesn't deserve to die. You're gonna chop him. You're gonna stop his heart. I mean, come on now. Just for me, don't chop him. Slap him in the face. Do something else.
WWE should put NXT on Peacock. WWE doesn't got the WWE Network anymore.
Well, not here in America.
They still got ownership. It's just that there's a partnership between them and NBC.
Well, not here in America, but if you have like a VPN and set it to a different country, it'll go right back to the WWE network.
I agree. I try to give it a chance because, like, right before we do the show on Tuesdays, sometimes I'll turn my TV to USA and I'll watch 15, 20 minutes, and just what I see is just not good. Just a lot of people I see, they're not TV ready. I'm like, oh, this is FCW shit. Like,
you like Braun Breaker though? Braun Breaker's cool.
Yeah, Braun's good, but he's just one guy, One guy doesn't make it TV watchable.
Like they have
That's right, CM Punk.
They have two good people, Braun and Mello. Are there two good ones?
Yeah, before they, Vince is gonna fuck him up.
No one is more over than the brand. It's you know what I mean, like, and that's been a thing ever since. Not one person's gonna move the needle. It's gonna be the collective roster, the whole roster that's gonna move the needle together.
I remember back in the day, like during the what was that era called? Back in the New Generation era, when everybody had like a backup job. Like, dude, I was like, please, for the love of God, just no.
The New Generation era, my goodness.
Like everybody had like backup jobs, like Sparky Pug Holly. I was like, oh.
I was just thinking about that theme too. Generic as fuck.
I remember when Mankind came out, right? He had a match. He said, like, this match goes is a shout out to my best friend Otto Montoya. I was like, did you just beat his ass?
Mankind is on my Mount Rushmore because he's one of the few wrestlers that had an entrance and outro theme. That's so fucking cool.
Like I was sitting there, those are like, did you just beat his ass?
It actually took me a while to realize Roman had an outro theme too.
He did?
Yeah, his outro theme is different than his intro theme. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. Because his outro theme mixes in the Shield theme, but the intro theme is, the one he uses now. So it's a little nice touch.
Didn't notice that.
Okay.
Yeah, Tyler Bates good. But again, he's just one guy. So there's a few decent performers there, but
like there's some people who actually need help. Like the Rock's daughter, she needs help. Desperately.
Yeah. But she's fucked anyway. What, she had like 3 quad tears already or something like that? So,
really? Is that bad?
Yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. And she's young too, so.
And she tall.
Yeah. So.
Nah, I like Roman Reigns' new theme. Me personally, I like that shit. And it gives him that, like, he's the last master. He's the final boss.
Like it's over the top, but I like the over the topness of his.
Yeah, I like that shit.
The only problem is when he finally loses, he'll have to get rid of it. He'll probably go back to his old theme or something new, probably.
So you can set a watch.
Let's enjoy while it lasts.
But yeah, the way it currently is, like, I wish they could just leave USA, but they'll probably stay. But yeah, Raw and SmackDown can stay on whatever, but fucking NXT, just nah, man. Just that should just
put them on the network
exclusive. Yeah, just put that on Peacock. You can give us a highlights or something. I remember when someone had an idea once. Somebody said something like the first hour of Raw could be NXT, and the other 2 hours could be Raw. But it'd be like, no, just.
A lot of people would say, I was one of them that was saying that same thing. But I was saying that have NXT in the middle of the show. Don't start off with it. You know what I'm saying? Get people warmed up and then have NXT be like somewhat of an intermission.
Like, remember when WWE tried to pull off Monday Nitro an hour 2?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had that Buff Bagwell versus Booker T match, and that match was such a bomb that they fired that they fired Buff Bagwell on the spot.
The way they handled that was just bad. I'm not defending the match, but they could have done that a lot better. It was almost like sabotage, almost.
Definitely.
They should have done that. They should have done that like in a Southern crowd that actually knew who they were or cared about it. Like if they had did that in Atlanta, you know, the Atlanta fans would have known Booker. They would have.
Yeah, that would hit.
Yeah, what were they?
They were like somewhere in the Midwest or something.
Like were they like in Iowa or some shit like that? Or no, they were in Indy.
Yeah, and then the other thing they did that didn't help either was WCW just took over the show because it was like WCW announcers, whatever. Like, no, what they should have did was you should have just slowly integrated WCW dudes into the roster. Like, you could have had like Booker T versus like who would have been like a relevant mid Carter in like 2001. You could have done like Booker T like versus I don't know Edge, and you could have done like Bagwell versus like Scotty Too Hottie or something. You know, like put them. You know. The whole thing was just set up to fail, and that's the thing. Like it was the invasion was never going to work because back then it was a legitimate war between two companies, and all the WWF fans were conditioned to think that WCW was the enemy. And all the WCW fans were conditioned to think that WWF was the enemy. So they were just gonna, unless you were just like an absolute like top dude like DDP or Goldberg or NWO. They weren't going to give you a chance. They're just going to shit on you. It was never going to work. It just wasn't going to work. That will forever be like the biggest like waste ever in the history of wrestling. I try not to watch those days.
I remember on the final Nitro, Vince McMahon came on that Raw, and he fired Jeff Jarrett so viciously.
Yep.
He said, Jeff Jarrett, you know how your name goes JARRETT?
God. Hey, big ups to Jeff.
Yo, y'all know about y'all know about OSW review?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That reminded me when you talk about that segment, the Jeff Jarrett segment, the Gone segment. Remember when they covered that shit? He was like, he didn't even spell that. He spelled Gagooni.
God.
Like I was like, oh my God. Like, why are you doing him this dirty? And then it hit me. I was like, because Vince basically paid for Jeff Jarrett to run TNA.
See, in a perfect world, and we're just speculating here, in a perfect world, what I would have done after WCW died and after ECW died, I would have just slowly but surely over the summer and over the fall, I would have integrated WCW talent into the roster, integrated ECW talent in the roster. You know, you would see your Bookers, your Lance Storms, your Bagwells, your RVDs, and people like that. And just slowly but surely, you would just see them over time. And I would have kept it quiet. And then when I would have did the angle, I would have did the angle at the Royal Rumble, where it would have been like, you know, near the end, it would have been like Austin, Triple H as an example. It would have been like Austin, Triple H, and then it would have been like Booker, Bagwell, DDP. Basically, I would have had it where it would have been like 3 WWF dudes and like 5 WCW guys, 5 ECW guys. They all just kind of look at each other and be like, yo, let's jump them. You know, and it would have just turned into like an angle or some shit like that. I would have had like the WCW and ECW guys like invade the Rumble or something like that. That's how I would have did it, but they just rushed right into it.
Like, here's how I would have done it. I would have waited till at least 2 or 3 of those Turner contracts ran out.
Oh, you mean the bigger ones like, you know, Goldberg and Hogan and all them?
Like, I would have waited till Goldberg and Hogan's contracts ran out. And then I would have ran the angle.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, remember the timing of it all. They did not need that storyline arc for that year's WrestleMania. Because you already got the big man's beefing with each other.
Because like to me at that point, I would have had Hogan versus The Rock, and then I would have had Goldberg versus Austin as the main event and co-main event of that year's Mania.
What would that have been like? 18?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I would have had Hogan. Like I would have had Hogan Rock be the main event, and the co-main event be Austin versus Goldberg.
That's definitely better than Austin versus Hall.
Then I would have had
Never forget they did Rock and Austin versus the NWO on a random episode of Raw.
Then I would have had. Then I would have had the Outsiders.
And let me guess, they won. They won?
Huh? No, I know it went to a DQ, if I remember correctly.
Then I would have had the Outsiders versus the Brothers of Destruction.
Yeah, 2002 was weird, man. They were just, their star power was just so stacked. They were literally just doing, people shit on AEW, bro. They were doing like fucking dream matches on the random episodes of Raw with like no build. They were like, yo, let's do fucking Stone Cold versus Eddie Guerrero. Let's do The Rock versus let's do The Rock versus Eddie. Didn't they do I'm pretty sure they did like Stone Cold versus Big Show versus Ric Flair, like in a triple threat on Raw. Like it was like, why? Like
I remember that.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, this could be a program. You know, they did like what else did they do? They did like Jericho versus Flair one week, no build, and to this day, what always gets me is everyone talks about Stone Cold walking out, not putting Brock over. Why the fuck was Stone Cold in a King of the Ring qualifier?
Right.
I mean, nobody ever talks about it.
And he was a loser, Brock Lesnar in the tournament.
Why was he in a King of the Ring qualifier? Like, what the fuck was Vince doing?
To get Brock Lesnar over. That was the whole point. He was supposed to get Brock Lesnar over. Like, Brock Lesnar was to get rid of him in the qualifier match. And it's like...
Put him against Triple H. Triple H will always do the job.
Yeah, I did not like 2002. 2002 was a fucking prostitute. They were just giving away dream matches for free. They gave away Hogan versus Brock on a random episode of SmackDown. They gave away Angle versus Hogan. Just like people shouldn't AEW now, man. I need to go and watch 2002. They were just giving away dream matches with like no build.
That was the night when Brock beat the living shit out of Hogan.
There was one I do like though. I remember the one week where, do you remember that one Sandman where Hogan, what did he do? No, Taker tied Hogan to his bike and he ran.
You know, damn man, Nick was in the house.
That was great.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're gonna go for a ride, boy.
and then when he beat up Ric Flair's son, he was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "What am I doing? I'm kicking your ass. That's what I'm doing."
Dave Flair, and cracked
stroking Ric Flair's son's hair. And he's like, "Oh, you got a daughter." He was talking about Charlotte.
And then fucking Al Snow and Taz were just doing a tough enough episode in the background, just no selling it. Just
like that, he was talking about Charlotte at the end of the ass whooping.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Maven eliminating Taker will forever be the best Rumble moment of all time. That was great.
And then Taker went right back to the ring and ended Maven's life.
Oh man. Marcus Brown throwing shade at Virgo Bay. Saying you always late to the stream, B. Shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to shut it down. I'm hungry. We going close to 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a stream. Great conversations. And we made a touch on something when it came to The Rock, man. You know, I think he got his Negro wake-up call. And Black Saw up a good point also. And long story short, he got to recoup all that money. He owed Hollywood a lot of money. And that's why he's bowing down and kissing the ring.
Just like Ted DiBiase always said, everybody's got a price.
And Marcus Brown said it. He said it also in the Instagram chat. He was saying that. See, look, saying, man, he's coming back. He's gonna wrestle in WWE because of all these flops.
He better do 5 straight programs.
He may have to now.
He had no choice. He gotta pay all that money back.
Here's the card for tomorrow.
What's going on at AEW tomorrow?
Yeah, we got Wardlow versus Jake Hager. We got Tony Storm versus Sky Blue. We got the Mogul Embassy versus Darby, Sting, Orange Cassidy, and Keith Lee. We got the Blackpool Combat Club.
Wait. Mm-hmm. Okay. Go ahead.
And we got the Blackpool Combat Club, Garcia, Mox, and Claudio versus the Young Bucks and Hangman. And the main event is MJF versus Adam Cole. Washington, D.C.
That Blackpool Combat Club versus the Elite, that's gonna set up blood and guts.
Yeah,
probably. I'm curious to see what they'll do for MJF Adam Cole, because I don't think MJF should be losing, but Cole shouldn't be either. So let's see how they get out of this.
Right, exactly.
What they
I wasn't gonna say nothing about it, but it's like I really be trying my best to be nice when it comes to AEW, but Jesus Christ.
What they could do is bring back Kyle O'Reilly.
I hope he's doing all right. Is he all right?
Yeah, me too.
Have him kind of
AEW is never gonna Undisputed Era is never gonna be the same. It's a wrap.
I mean, let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. Do they really need Bobby Fish? They really don't.
He's Undisputed Era. Yeah.
Bobby Fish fumbled the bag.
He may be a piece of shit.
Where's the
silence?
Shit. Anyways, yeah, man. All y'all is awesome.
Let me know your schedule on let me know your schedule on Friday, Sandman, if you want to do something live this Saturday. So
I'm on vacation. My vacation started, so
okay.
I don't go back to work till next Monday.
To be honest, I kind of like the 3-man power trip on Tuesdays.
Yeah, man. Like I like you know what I like? We basically coming up with new theories. Like I said, what we did with The Rock and talking about other topics. We're not just talking just to talk. We're actually coming up with different types of theories and solutions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get it fucked up. Like I said, we're not here to make wrestling better. We just want to talk about the fuck shit. All the podcasts want to be like, oh, we're here to make wrestling better. Like, if wrestling was too good, we would have nothing to talk about.
We're going to suck Tony Khan's cock. That's what the base is saying. Pause.
Nah, even if wrestling was great, all I would talk about is how Bobby Heenan saying, whose side is he on, was like the smartest thing ever. So, you can just break that down.
With Hogan, right?
Right.
Bobby Heenan, he warned us, and he always warned us, and we never listened.
They should have ran with that. Bobby Heenan should have had such a huge ego after that shit.
You're right. They really should have leaned on that. Bobby Heenan should have really been like, I told you he wasn't shit. I told you. I kept telling you since the 80s he wasn't shit. And y'all did not want to listen.
Like, he should have had such a huge ego after that. And then what they should have did with Eric Bischoff is that they should have Eric Bischoff cheer for Hogan, and then Bobby Heenan go like, "What are you doing?" And then like Bischoff will kind of realize what's going on, and then he'll just go back to normal. Like they never teased Bischoff turning heel; they just did it all of a sudden. It made no sense.
I think Piper like confronted him or something, and I forgot exactly. Just all I remember is Piper just kind of like being kind of a prick to him, and then the NWO just jumped him and
go into my house. Go to my house. Is it a left turn or a right turn?
Yeah, man, I thought that shit was real. I still have that image portrayed in my head. I remember Six had those old fashioned, camcorders recording everything. What was the NWO cam? And I remember like what was the Giant and Nash, and Hogan was like, show him the gimp. And he took off his little dress kilt thing, and it was like the big scar.
Like a big old scar on his hip,
yeah, big scar. I think I still have that visual in my head. I was a kid. I was like, "Holy shit!" I thought like they cut him for real, like and they left Piper for dead. I thought that was real. I thought they legitimately like left him for dead. I was so fucking invested into the story back then.
Good times, man. Good times.
Like to me, they should have teased it the whole time. They should have teased Bischoff turning heel, and then they should have made Bobby Heenan an absolute asshole. for never listening to him.
Shit, but anyways, y'all know the vibes. I don't know. I fucking around might go live tomorrow. I don't know. I'll keep y'all posted about that.
Alrighty.
Because I'm on vacation. I don't go back to work till Monday. So you said Collision is this Saturday?
Yeah, 8:00. Mm-hmm.
On TNT?
Yes, it'll be live. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I might if excuse me, if I don't pull up tomorrow, then I'm definitely gonna give you guys a heads up for Collision on Saturday. We fuck around, do a watch party and see how that goes. And that's it. Because that's if I don't go to the movies. Because remember, I'm supposed to be going to the movies to go see Spider-Man. So I'm going to keep y'all posted about that.
Yeah, just message me. I'll...
Yeah.
Let me see. But I'm telling you, the last thing, I just checked it on my DVR. Like different shows have like a generic picture or like a poster or whatever. The people on the front cover of Collision is Joe, Thunder Rosa, Hobbs, Orange Cassidy, MJF, Andrade, FTR, Miro, and the House of Black. So they may change it by Saturday, but that's what the picture is right now. So
it'll be interesting.
Cool. No, we're not gonna be going live Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. I was just saying, like, since I'm on vacation, I might go live tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on vacation, I'm chilling. But that's a big might. I'm not saying I will, but we definitely may be shooting towards going live on Saturday for Collision. That's the main plan. And y'all really know be, what's
with the NWO.
Ready you
That's
like
right,
it?
brother.
Ready you like it?
Topin Sandman or Hall and Nash.
It.
Topin Sandman or Hall and Nash. And I'm Hogan.
Whether you like it or you don't like it, it's the best thing going today. It's the camera.
Yeah. I like that right there. I like that. About to fall back and enjoy the rest of you guys' night and our hollers.
Alrighty.
All right, later.
Peace out, motherfucker.